Hello. Thank you, Luna. Gamers. I have a Minecraft addiction. It's bad. It's bad. I'm sorry, I'm trolling people on Twitter. Wisconsin rally with Vice President Kamala Harris and Governor Tim Walz started 38 minutes ago. Oh. Is this now? I fucking love Tim Walz, by the way. Grandpa Papa Walz. Papa fucking Walz. Okay. We're gonna go here. We're gonna pull up while a game is launching. Electro Swing Radio. Y'all. This is not Electro Swing, but we'll run it, I guess. What's going on, Britt? I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. It's so nice to see you. It's so nice to see you. Nessie party, Nessie party. Thank you, B. There's so... That was a lot of experience. Yo! Where? Look at him dancing. Holy shit. Moving in and unpacking. Still, look at the fucking dance. Why are they dancing like that? Holy shit. That's so good. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god. They have so much. They expanded the shit out of this. Okay. Before we do anything, Nessie party. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, of course. We're focusing on getting efficiency 5 on this pickaxe. Because Doggers, thank you. Is this what you mean by flirting? Is hitting me with emote spam? Because if this is flirting, it's working. Chat, what are my chances? Thank you for the 5 bits. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. We need to get level 30 now. We need to hurry up, get level 30 now. Gib. Gib. Thank you for the 5 biddies. I'll send you, I got my eyebrows done today, chat. I think they look pretty good. I look the most feminine ever. I need level 30, like, now. Because I need that efficiency 4 book. Twitch, let me fucking share myself. Oh, wait, I didn't change it. I didn't change the sound yet. I have it. I just haven't changed it. Wait, don't do it yet. Hey, I lost my number. Can I have yours? Jesus. Chat, they're saying nice things to me. She's saying nice things to me. I need to change it now. I need to change it while I'm waiting for these to spawn. Wait. Don't do the sub anniversary yet. Don't do it yet. Come. Hey, yo. I can't even if I wanted to? Okay, good. Don't do it yet. Content, video producer, clips. Video producer? Ah, here we go. Download. I'm opening Adobe Audition to do this, by the way. Let's fucking go. Okay. We'll set it up really quick. Audition. Bring it in. No, close. Bring her in. Gay and oh, another entity. Oh, it's so big. Okay. Do I remember how to use Adobe Audition is the real question. Insert into new multi-track session. Okay. Okay, how about this? Does this sound right? Oh, it's so big. Yeah. You don't have to audition. You got the role. That's fucking crazy. Oh,
Gay rights.
oh, it's so big. Who says gay rights in the background?
Oh, gay rights.
Oh, it's so big. Oh, they're talking about. Oh, that's the part where Spooks is talking about gay rights, more like gay wrongs. Wait. There we go. Vita F SFX. Okay, sound alerts. If we go to alert box, subscribers, media. Wait, subscriptions. Here we go. Media. Change media. V SFX. There it is. Oh, oh, it's so big. Okay, we're gonna test it. Test widgets. Oh, oh, it's so big. I need to. Fuck. I need it to be louder. Oh, it's so big. Okay. You don't have to audition, baby girl. You've got the role. Damn. Hey, I lost my number. Can I have yours? Yeah. You already have my number. Oh, 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 it's so big. Oh, oh, it's so big. Oh, oh, it's so big. Okay. I do not have your phone number? Yes, you fucking do. Yes, you fucking do. Okay. Content. Y'all, we're getting close to 700 subscribers on YouTube. Isn't that sick? Okay. Now we have full efficiency 5, so we should be able to insta-mine at my house. Or at the, what's it called? Okay. So we have two goals today. One is I want to finish flattening out the area right next to or around the what's it called? Oh wait. Oh. Hello? Hi.
You. Hi.
What's going on?
Well, those of us that didn't do the Ender fight are gonna do it again, so.
Oh, what? Hello.
Chloe.
Every time you see me, you attack me and it hurts.
There they are. Okay. Y'all left me.
Wait,
Sorry,
can I, do you mind if I join?
I mean, you can if you really want to, but it's those that, besides, I guess, Artie, I guess, but, I mean, you can if you want. I don't want to. I don't want to. Yeah, you can come along.
I mean, if y'all want to,
I've been left again.
I
Because
just-
everyone has elytras.
I just like, I wanna tag along. I won't like. I don't know.
Blah.
If you're just if you're just doing the people who haven't had a chance to do it, besides Artie apparently, then I
mean,
won't.
that was the original intent. That was the original intent, but
Okay.
I can't really stop you if you wanted to join. I mean,
Okay. No, I get it. I understand. I understand. I know when I'm not wanted. I know when people don't like me.
That's not what that is.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of don't want to go because I have things I want to do. I'm just
Okay,
I'm picking on you a little bit. No, please.
Wench,
No.
leave.
Okay. We're not tagging along with them. We did our end fight the other day. We don't really have a reason to tag along with them. They already had fun. I mean, we already had fun, chat. We already had fun. We don't need to tag along. It's okay. I wasn't invited. It's okay. We have stuff to do. We have businesses to create. I have 2 business ideas. Imagine what? Imagine wagons. L. Huh?
Watch me swing right in.
Hey. Oh. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. So happy to have you here. But anyways, we have a few ideas for today. And one is we need to clear out our redstone district fully. And now that we have efficiency 5, we can do with the beacon that we got last stream as well, that I finished completing last stream. We can insta-mine. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm not absolutely certain on that. But we have two major ideas for today, and that is clearing out the district, the redstone district. And then I want to start making 2 things. One, I want to start getting enough stone. Oh, insta-mine's so beautiful. Oh, my beloved. I did not mean to make that noise. We're gonna go get tough. We're gonna fill like 8 shulker boxes with tough is the plan. For now, we're actually gonna use this to... We won't need this for now. I also want to make a gunpowder farm. I can't believe they didn't invite me. I'm so sad. I'm going to cry myself to sleep because of this. No, I'm just kidding. They can have their fun, I guess. We have stuff to do today. We don't We don't have a ton of time, in all honesty. So I probably was going, even if I was invited. I was probably going to forego being there primarily because I just have stuff to do. I do have to keep in mind that when I do have to keep in mind the durability of my pickaxe because that could also prove to be difficult. We're gonna have to make an entire stream out of the wood farm, aren't we? I think I need to go to the other side a little bit. No, you know what? We're actually going to clear out this. Oh. Am I? No, I'm not. Ooh, okay. This is good. Where does the... we had a line going around this entire thing. Yeah, right here. Heck. There's so much to clear out. Oh, and it's not reaching me over here. That's so unfortunate. Okay, we're gonna have to move it. Beautiful. Should I do it layer by layer like this, or should I fill all of this over? GG. They really went crazy on the SFX for that one, huh? The Spartan pit has been filled, oh 07. Hasn't been filled fully. I just need to terraform it a little bit. Because, like, I need to be able to get through this area. Like I guess I am filling it, but not... Okay, if I wasn't using this as an industrial district, this would be kind of cool. Kelly is actually flattening the Amazon to build a 7-Eleven. Yeah, no, but that's really what's going here is a 7-Eleven. That's my shop idea. It's just a 7-Eleven. 7 Elytra Evan. I'm really making I want to make a creeper farm, and I want to make I want to get a bunch of fucking tough. Okay, let's just get the dirt off first, and then we can move the... You can just, like, work from top down. Burn, bitch. What if I actually did build like a 7-Eleven where people could just get little snacks from? Oh, I went too far, I think. Did I? I did. Hey, Zeus, we're gonna have so much dirt from this, by the way. We're gonna have so much fucking dirt from this. We're gonna have so much fucking dirt. Oh, I better sleep. I like to eat dirt. You would, wouldn't you? Puppy dogs tend to be that way. Arf, doggers, 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 doggers. Arf, 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 woof, woof, arf, arf, arf. Raff. Raff is the one I've been having the most fun with recently. It's just like you just walk up to someone and you go, Raff. Raff. They don't know how to respond to it sometimes. There's like, huh? You're like, Raff. Like, huh? And you just keep saying it until they explode. Me when Gale wants another magic item. Raff. Raff. Exactly how it goes too. Believe me. You just gotta. You gotta trust that I would never lie to you, chat. But give me your undying trust and loyalty. Luckily, I'm gonna need a crap ton of dirt for terraforming my area. Like, I'm gonna need a crap ton of dirt for the area around my base. To, like, terraform with. Not let Gale explode. I like my magic items. Same. I agree. What if I just barked at Gale? Do you think then he wouldn't explode? I really grew grass instantly. Like, that's wild. Hey! IDK, if you were to bark at me, I'd explode for sure. Any such cases. But like actual bark, not like raff. You have to like get the real arf in there, you know? The realistic one, not the fake one. Luna, I missed having you in my streams. I'm not gonna lie. Something about it. Something about having this cute girl in my streams is something else. Chad, I don't know how to explain it. I think she thinks I might be cute. She might like me. Or she pities me. Good to be back. Smile. B, no. If you donate... pities. If you donate 5, if you donate 5, I will bark on stream. Like actually bark. I'll put my whole badussy into it. Sniff. Stop. 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 Actually, no, don't spend money on me, please. Don't. It's gonna make me feel bad. Okay, I know for a fucking fact I have like 13 chests sitting somewhere. Huh? Rat jam. Rat jam. I need a bunch more chests for this dirt. Walter City. Real. Just what? Just give it. Huh? Huh? What? What are you all on about? She like the yo, holy shit. Okay, let's do dirt, stone, andesite. So this is like everything else. This is dirt and stone. Cool. Y'all, what the hell? At what point am I just like, I'm not even entertaining it. Y'all are freaky though. I know you are. I didn't know you felt that way about tea. That's weird. The heck? That's your favorite streamer, yeah? I thought that was your favorite streamer. Yeah, why did you spell favorite with a fucking U? My favorite. Is this cute girl? Joan? Aw. On twitch.tv. Oh my word. Mods, kiss this woman on the forehead. my gosh. What the hell are you doing? How'd you get down here? You probably killed the fucking zombie too, didn't you? Where the fuck did you spawn? No, okay, you didn't kill the zombie. And mine's crazy. I would, but she's thousands of miles away. You got Irish there for a second. Holy. She's thousands of miles away. Kitty cat. Oh no! Oh. Holy fuck. I thought I just watched that cat commit. Gato! El gato es punta. Puta? Is it punta is point, puta is idiot? Or bitch or something like that? Why did it explode there? I'm also going to get a crap ton of sand from this too, I just realized. Doggers, pet, pet. Pet, pet. Pet, 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 pet. People shy. I forgot to spread my stream around to other places. All right, there we go. Forgot to plug my stream. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. No lo siento, se los buenos. Here we go. Here we go. I clicked the wrong thing. I don't muted my own stream. Yo, what's going on with my energy right now? I feel like I need to, like, be talking. I feel like I should be having conversations, but I'm just doing boring, grindy stuff right now, and, like, there's not really a whole lot to talk about. Yo, Tim Walz, though? Love that guy. But I normally would talk politics. That would be my go-to. I'd be like talking about politics and shit, like how Donald Trump's losing this election. But we're supposed to be separating that from this server. Like that was kind of like an unspoken rule. It's like, we're kind of staying away from all that yucky stuff in this server. We want it to be a place that's safe from that. And I'm just like, okay, that's awesome. I'm all for having a safe space away from yucky politics. But like, I talk about this shit a lot. Okay. I don't think anyone on the server is going to disagree with you if you say Trump is bad. Trump is bad. Like, people generally, most of the American population believe that Trump is a bad person. Most. But people want to, like, be away from yucky politics, because politics are yucky. No! That's so unfortunate. That's so unlucky. First person to fall out of the world, I'm pretty sure. That's so unfortunate. I feel so bad. No, Ender Pearl missed. We're getting into some pretty big layers now. It might almost be worth it to move the beacon now. Okay. So we're gonna move it like right. What the hell? Why does it look so? Oh, is it coming through the glass? It is. That's kind of cool though. I like that. It like diverts the color a bit. Okay, where's the corner? Corner is right there. And so let's do it like right. Let's do it like more this way. Oh, it looks so much cleaner like that. There we go. That'll give us our haste 2. Do I have golden carrots? Is the real question. We could do some trading. I just want to see if I can avoid going through all that. Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's see what we got going over here. Do I make it all stone though? All right. I can't believe my body's just a machine that turns water into piss. Y'all ever really think about that? Y'all ever think about that? We really, our bodies are just machines. I'm a machine that turns water into pee. I saw one of those memes. It was like my body is I am a machine that turns piss into pit. I saw one of those memes that was like it was like a picture of JD Vance. It was like, I'm a machine that turns couches into fucked couches. That was the entire meme. That's really good, though. That was a really good one. B, you should be sorry. Look at all of them. Look at all of them sitting in there. I'm just gonna join, call them gay, and then leave.
Open your stupid head.
Y'all are gay.
Mm-hmm.
What? Actually?
You're welcome. Bye. I pranked them so good. Chat. We got them good. I'm so funny. I should just go and get like a couple of stacks of what are they called? Shulkers. Like get my sword diluting 3. I think that'd be kind of cool. Tell me that doesn't look blue. I thought my like beacon had turned into diamond blocks. I really did. I thought it had turned into diamond blocks. That'd be wild. No, I saw another one that was like, I'm a machine that turns mashed potatoes into poop potatoes or something like that. There's another one that I saw that was like, my body is a machine that turns pizza into fucked pizza. It was just like they fucked the food. And I don't know why that was so funny to me. It was pretty fantastic though, I'm not gonna lie. I got shunned away, chat. This is what Joe Biden's America looks like. I was shunned away for having killed the Ender Dragon already. You know what? Screw you. Unfucks your mashed potatoes. Unmashes your potato. That would be really funny. Heck you. Unmashes your potatoes. Oh, we're gonna fill these 3 double chests, aren't we? How much iron have we made in this time? Damn, 20 blocks. I'd taken all of it for... So last time I logged off, I'd taken all of it for that. That's crazy, though. 21 blocks in, like, what? We've been live for an hour? 21 blocks an hour is kind of wild. you think about it, your body is a machine that turns potatoes into mashed potatoes, regardless of what state they were already in. Because you just mash them further whenever you eat them. Unless you're just straight up swallowing your mashed potatoes when you eat them. We're high? Of course you're high. Of course you're high. You're always high. You're always high and never hello. What the hell? I just felt a fucking tickle on my arm. I gotta think of a plan for how I'm gonna, like, texture the land around the tree. Like, do I want to purposely have ravines and stuff? What's going on, Jess? I hope therapy was good. Getting yourself ready for some more in a little bit from what I've heard. So... Therapy? Huh? Oh! Never heard of her. I was just in therapy. Shit was sick. If you're in therapy, you're actually really cool. You're actually really fucking cool if you're in therapy, by the way, chat. And you're instantly way cooler to me. And I want to be your friend more if you're in therapy. Me when women in mental illness. Relatable. That's why they're intriguing to me, because they're relatable. What do you mean? I'm just a damaged product. Unlike you, you are a perfect human being who just has things to work through. That's how I see it. It'd be really funny if it hit my, if it deleted like one block of my... what's it called? I need to sleep. Hey, maybe we could make a trade. I'm perfect woman. Chat. Do we reacts right now? Maybe that would raise me up a little bit. We could watch another video on the 5e changes. Yo, wait. Wait. Okay, yeah, we can do this one. This one will go over Warlock or Fighter, Paladin, Rogue, and Barbarian.
Knockout, bonk an enemy on the head and render them unconscious for 1 minute if they fail a Constitution saving throw.
Yo, what?
This is so good! What up? It's me, D&D guy, here to talk about new D&D books coming out. In case you don't know, there's new D&D books coming out at the end of the year. There's a new Player's Handbook, there's a new Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide with some revised rules. They're completely reshaping the core system of the game, which I think is very cool and much needed because we all homebrew the absolute crap out of these old books. And from what I remember from some of the playtests that they did back about a year ago with Unearthed Arcana, there was a lot of changes I really liked. It was actually really weird and strange because a lot of the changes are...
When is XP to level 3 coming out as trans, by the way? Anybody have an update on that?
Stuff that I kind of championed for back when I...
Are they at least not binary? Whatever you say. Heck. Can you stop, please?
Knockout, bonk an enemy on the head. I think is very cool and much needed because we all homebrew the absolute crap out of these old books. And from what I remember from some of the playtests that they did back about a year ago with Unearthed Arcana, there was a lot of changes I really liked. It was actually really weird and strange because a lot of the changes are stuff that I kind of championed for back when I did my How to Play videos, which I plan on doing again when these new books come out. Get new class guides for these new books. Those weren't class guides, they were just funny D&D videos. We actually use those as guides, definitely not you. So there's been some articles that have been released that are a little preview into what we're going to be getting later this year in the new Player's Handbook.
I definitely use them.
I thought about looking at them and
Transvestigating? Yo,
so there's
give me a break. Give me a fucking break, okay? Fucking hell. I see a person, I'm like, that person would look really pretty as a girl. And then I just think about it, you know, a little bit.
There's another post that goes over a lot of what's going to be different within the game, but they do a good job of kind of wrapping it all up into these class ones, which there's a lot of stuff in these new books. I mean, Jeremy Crawford talks for a long time in some of those videos that I haven't watched yet. So this is going to be a very cursory glance at the 4 class ones that they've released, and then I'll do more when the other ones come out. So first up, we got Fighter here. This one's written by Mike Bernier. Thanks, Mike. Oh, before we jump in, there was a couple of things that I wanted to say before we get started that are just going to be applicable to this whole thing. Number one, I kind of saw that a lot of the subclasses aren't included in the full book. There's about 4 per class, and that's crazy considering Cleric and Wizard, especially the Wizard, which is wild that there's only like 4. How many schools of magic are there? There's only going to be 4 in the new book? That's crazy, but I think my opinion of that has changed a little bit since I believe is that the subclasses you can kind of plug into the new classes. Hoping that's true. Would love to get a revised version of all the subclasses that are in the 2014 Player's Handbook. But whatever. Oh, also, all of the art is so good. Like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, the art. I actually went and looked at these myself. They look so good. They actually look so fucking good. Unnecessarily, like, amazing. Like, all of them would. Well, most of them would.
of the art in this is amazing. I'm just really, really impressed. Definitely some of the best artwork that we've gotten in any of these books recently, especially the cover arts by Tyler Jacobson. Those are just, oh my God, so good. So if you're one of the artists that worked on one of these books, holy crap, you did great. They look amazing. Props to you. You freaking ate, as the kids say. Rent was due. You know what I mean. This is why Wizard of the Coast doesn't talk to me. All right, we got fighter. Fighting style, level 1. Fighting style options have remained mostly the same, with a couple of tweaks making them streamlined and more effective. The most significant change is that the options from Taj's Cauldron of Everything have been included. And all of these features are now considered feats, with a prerequisite that requires the fighting style feature to be picked up. That's really interesting. It's an organization putting all of the fighting style stuff into the feats section, but you have to have a class that has fighting style in order to pick up those feats. That's really cool because now as fighter, you're not limited to like the 5 that you have there. Now all of them are an option to every class that gets fighting style. That's really cool. That makes your class that much more customizable. And I love that. That seems to be a really big design thing.
So is that like battle maneuvers are available to everybody now?
Giving
That's awesome.
you more options to flavor your character, and I think that that's what a lot of people were doing with 5th edition to begin with. We were all just kind of home brewing all of that stuff in, and it's really cool to see that it's just in the rules and it all is interconnected and works together. I love it. At level 1, you get to choose one of these feats as a part of the fighter's fighting style feature. Every time you get in fighter level, you can swap out your choice in case you get tired of protecting your glass cannon wizard and want to swing a 2-handed weapon instead. I love how this is written. I'm liking the pizzazz. I really, really like this. I think that just adds to more of the customization, the fact that you can change them. I would almost want it to be that you can change it on a long rest, because I know players are going to want to do that. They're going to be like, can I... DM, do I have the level up? Can I change it now? And I wouldn't have that big of a problem with it being the DM, so it's good to see that they're very malleable with this. Can really make the type of fighter that you want to make, just with this first level 1 ability. Second Wind starts at 2 uses and increases as you level up. Also, on short rests, you get 1 back, and then on your long rests, you get a little more. You can also use Second Wind on 2 new abilities called Tactical Mind and Tactical Shift. This resource has also been made effective when you're not on the edge of death. Oh, Weapon Mastery level 1. Customize your kit with the new Weapon Mastery feature. They talked about this in another article where you can see all of the Weapon Mastery stuff. But basically, there are new abilities that you get with all of your weapons. And they don't have uses, and they just happen when you attack with them. And I think that that is really cool. It differentiates all the weapons between each other. It gives them new options for every weapon. So as a fighter, when you're holding on to 5 different weapons, it doesn't really matter that one has versatile and one doesn't. They all have unique abilities, kind of similar to Baldur's Gate. And I just think that that adds a lot of really cool options into the game. For example, they give one for Great Sword, which is called Graze. So whenever you miss, you deal damage equal to your strength modifier, which is awesome. You're basically always doing damage. Even if you miss a Great Sword, you're going to do damage. That is so freaking cool. This damage is equal to the ability score modifier used to make the attack, so make sure to pump your strength to make even those misses hurt. Yeah, Mike. Flail has Sap, which when you hit a creature, they get disadvantage on their next attack roll. And combined with your high AC, this will make you an annoying thorn or a flail in your enemy's sides. Javelin slow. Need to keep a bit of distance between you and your foe. The Javelin slow property reduces your target speed by 10 feet until your next turn when you hit. This will allow you to get out of dodge or allow an ally to create some much needed space. I love how this is written. This is written so funny. Tactical Mind, level 2. When you fail an ability check, you can expend a use of Second Wind to gain 1d10 to add to the roll. Plus, your Second Wind usage isn't expended if you still fail. Who said drugs can't be smart? I love this ability so much. Now, if you have a session where you're playing a fighter and you don't really do a combat, you can use your Second Wind to get better ability checks. And that is really, really cool. Especially if you're like rolling intimidation or you're trying to roll an athletics check.
So you only use it if you succeed the roll. So you have to proc using it still, which is interesting. Where the hell? Oh. I like that though. I really like that. I like that you can the cow saw me and left immediately. It knew what was about to happen. But I like that you can use that, and then if you still fail, you don't lose it. Like, it's no, there's literally, like, you either use the resource or you don't. You know? It's a very low risk thing. I like low risk stuff. It's almost like, if you don't, you know, you still have a good thing happen if you don't, like, use it. Or if you don't succeed.
Even something like performance, I don't know, that's really cool. Especially because if you fail, you don't use it. Oh my god, it's such great design. That makes it feel really fun, motivates you to want to use it, feels useful, and it's at level 2. 10 out of 10. Fighter subclass level 3.
Immediate.
I freaking love
The
this
fact
art.
that you get it so quickly is so good.
So cool. So it looks like they've got 4 subclasses, including Battle Master, Champion, Eldritch Knight, and Psy Warrior. It looks like they've done some slight tweaks with Battle Master, including stuff from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and they tweaked Know Your Enemy, which removes the 1-minute observation condition and only reveals immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, which I think is great.
What? Wait. Maneuvers have been brought over. Everything's how you see. Removes the 1-minute observation and only reveals immunities, resistance, and vulnerabilities. Okay, I like that, but it was kind of fun when you like looked at them. It's like, have you spent a minute looking at them yet? Like, can I know whether their strength is higher than mine? I guess that was almost kind of not that
you also get
useful.
Remarkable Athlete at level 3, which gives you advantage on initiative rolls and athletics checks. That's super great. Makes it feel like a really good, just kind of base, simple subclass for fighter. So with Eldritch Knight, it looks like they changed some things, but the main one being instead of getting to an attack once as a bonus action when you cast a cantrip, you can replace an attack with a cantrip, which allows you to intermix your magic and attacks more effectively, especially when you get 2 extra attacks at level 11.
Holy
which is
crap!
Pretty good.
So many Guardian
does,
heads.
Depower it just a little bit, but I can see what they're going for here, and I really want to see how this kind of interacts at the table. But it seems more streamlined, which I think is good. And then this is the thing that I was talking about earlier. Psy Warrior, they just said it's mainly unchanged. Which is really what I'm hoping. What you can do is kind of plug in subclasses from other books into this. So if you wanted to play Cavalier with this new fighter, then you can just
didn't
take
change
it from the book and put
it,
it in, and it should work fine, which I think is great. I hope that's how this works, and I look forward to it if it is. Tactical Shift is
Like,
at level
maybe
5.
I think what it might be is that they like just revamped the ones that needed to be revamped and then left alone the ones that were like fine on their own. That's my thought, at least. Like, that would be what would make the most sense to me.
Your caster buddy's getting pummeled across the battlefield. You can't risk an opportunity attack to get to them. All you need to do is use Second Wind as a bonus action. Yo. With Tactical Shift, using your Second Wind allows you to move up to half your speed as a part of the bonus action.
What?
You don't provoke opportunity attacks. Once you're out of your foe's reach, you can use the rest of your movement to get where you need to go. Hell yeah, Mike, thanks. It's Pathfinder Step that you can get with Fighter, but you have limited uses of it, and it's your bonus action. Indomitable. This feature now lives up to its name. Oh, really, Mike? All right. Well, let's see about that. When you fail a saving throw, you can re-roll with a bonus equal to your fighter level. Oh, you heard that right.
Wait. Huh? With a so you can literally wait. So if you're like if you're level 20, that's a plus 20 to the roll. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. What? Is that real? Is that fucking real?
You're it, Mike.
I love
By the time you
that.
get this feature, that will be a +90 or rerolls. Eventually, you'll be able to add 20 to the roll. Now, if that would help you avoid a Lich's Dominate monster, maybe you shouldn't have taken 6 in Wisdom. Beep, beep, beep. Freaking love this so much. Mike's got the zingers. This is so
I love
so
this.
cool. This just adds so much to like what they're doing with the design of these classes. They're giving them a lot more identity. Now the fighter is not only going to have this ability where they can add like a D10 to their ability checks, but also this immense bonus to their saving throws, just making them just generally very good. And I think that's so cool.
That's like,
and really fits the
and that's something that fighters have always been like, so that's what they're supposed to be good at. They're supposed to be good at things like that. That's supposed to be their like go-to shit. They're supposed to be like, them and monks are supposed to be the dudes that are just good at everything.
the identity of the fighter, which has been just sort of sitting as like vanilla weapons guy. Honestly, just gives them a really cool place within the game. I love this a lot. Tactical Master, dial up your mastery over weapons. When you attack with a weapon that you've got your weapon mastery feature, you can swap it out for things like push, sap, or slow. And push is one where you can push a creature 10 feet in a line. That is so awesome. If you're standing at the edge of a cliff, this will let you swap out your greatsword's potential graze for a much more devastating push off said cliff, adding more strategy than ever to the fighter's arsenal. I can already see a combat with a fighter where they're getting out, not getting opportunity attack, moving over here, pushing the enemy, giving them disadvantage, all of these different ways that they're just maneuvering and controlling the battlefield.
That is so
cool.
amazing.
Studied attacks. We all hate whiffing on attacks. I sure do, Mike. But this new ability does a lot to make sure you're at least not whiffing twice in a row. If you make an attack against a creature and you miss, you get advantage on your next weapon attack against the same creature until the end of your next turn. That's so cool. Ah, love that. I
Wait,
love how
wait. So if you miss your second attack, it rolls over to the next turn and you get advantage on your first attack. And so every time you miss, you get your, oh, that's awesome. Every time you miss with fighter now, you immediately get advantage on your next attack. And if you miss again, like every time you miss, your next attack's at advantage. That is cool. That's really fucking cool.
how good they're making fighter. So whenever you miss your first attack and a critical hit on your second because of advantage, you can say, that first one was for research. Dang it, Mike, you're too funny. Epic Boon, level 19. Oh, the Epic Boons are really cool. These were in the Unearthed Arcana, and I'm excited to see what they've got in store. Epic Boons are a new type of feat introduced in the revised core rule set that are level locked. At level 19, the fighter gets their choice of one of the 12 Epic Boons boon feats found in the 2024 Player's Handbook. The following Epic Boon is a recommended option for the fighter. Boon of the Combat Prowess. Increase one ability score by 1 to a maximum of 30. That's so cool. Also, whenever you miss an attack roll, you can hit instead. Once you use the ability, you can't use it again until the start of your next turn.
Huh? Next turn? Next turn? Whenever you miss an attack roll once per turn. That's so fucking good. That's any attack roll. What if you did like fucking Finger of Death? What if you took that on Finger of Death? Oh my god. Holy shit.
That's a level 19 ability. That is so cool. God, it just reminds me when I was making the how to play videos and I was always constantly crapping on the higher, like level 19 and 20 abilities. This is so good. Yeah, fighter good. I love this. This updated fighter looks amazing. All right, let's jump over to Paladin. God, that art is so freaking cool. The Sun Sword, man, I love that. Lay on Hands, level 1, formally an action to use. The Paladin's Lay on Hands now only requires a bonus action.
Like so.
This is amazing. This just gives so much versatility.
Dylan, you
Paladin.
good?
Now you don't waste your entire.
Jacob?
turn doing a lay
Could have
on
sworn
hands.
his
This
Twitter
is
said
so
Dylan.
cool. You have such a limited use of
Jacob,
it already.
you good?
I love this. It's just
Oh, he
giving
looks
more
like he's
versatility to the
chanting
class.
fucking-
This is the theme that you see throughout the class, as many features have been changed from an action to a bonus action.
Paladin was
Additionally,
already good,
while
though.
Lay on Hands no longer removes diseases, it can
Paladin
cure
was
the
already
poison
good,
condition and
though.
can now be used on constructs and undead.
Paladin was already good, though. It was already fucking good. Paladin was already fucking good. Why does it need more?
Spellcasting at level 1. A big change from the 2014 Paladin is that the spellcasting feature is now accessed from level 1. Yes! With the number of spells you can prepare now a fixed number listed in the Paladin table, this opens up a lot more options for level 1 Paladins, especially given the new and improved smite spells.
Oh, rip.
Oh, great. That's very, very cool. And then we've also got Weapon Mastery here, which was also with Fighter. They've got Sap on Longsword here, which gives disadvantage. It's very cool. Gives a lot more options to Paladin as well, really making you customize the class. I think that's great. Fighting Style level 2, same thing, except we've also got Blessed Warrior option, which was in Tasha's, letting you get 2 Cleric cantrips. Cantrips. Very nice. Paladin Smite. I don't like this name, but whatever. Level 2. Previously a dedicated feature in the 2014 Paladin and formerly known as Divine Smite, the level 2 Paladin Smite feature on the 2024 Paladin works a bit differently. Instead of granting you a Smite feature directly, it gives you the Divine Smite as a permanently prepared spell. So you always have Divine Smite through Paladin Smite. Yeah, this is the other thing that I noticed from the Unearthed Arcana. It's like you get an ability and then the ability gives you a spell, and the spell is the name from the original book and the ability name is giving you that. It's a little confusing, but I think in play it makes sense. I don't know. I have to trust that it does. The new spell works much like the 2014 Divine Smite class feature with a couple of key differences. First, it can now be used as an unarmed strike. Oh, why wasn't that already a thing? Come on, Bite Smite Funny, which is a relief for paladins who want to sock some monsters with a divine punch to the face. Yeah, Mike. Wait, this isn't Mike. Who wrote this one? David. Second, it now requires a bonus action to It now requires a bonus action to use, but that bonus action can be taken immediately after you hit a creature with an attack roll, bringing it mostly in line with the original Divine Smite's mechanics. Griffith! This sucks. No, why? This, okay, originally,
I heard there were
this was in
nerfs.
the Unearthed Arcana, I really championed for it because I thought that it would really limit Divine Smite, which I already think is a really powerful ability that you can only, should only really be able to do once per turn, which I heard about on Twitter that they limited Smite to only being once per turn, which I was like, that's great. I think once per turn is fine. Unless I'm really, really missing something. This takes away a lot of what you can do on your turn as a paladin. You now get to attack, smite, move, and you're done. It doesn't matter that you made Lay on Hands a bonus action. This is not going to give you more versatility with options on your turn if you're going to put Divine Smite, the core ability that the class uses, on a bonus action. That sucks. I know that there's probably some new ways to do smites, but you're only going to get to do like one a turn, and it's just severely debuffing Paladin. They're already having to use a spell slot in order to use that smite. Unlike Rogue, which doesn't have to use anything to use their sneak attack, they just have to meet the conditions. Paladin just gets to do it, but it's already limited with the spell slots. Now it's limited even more, and I don't know. I don't think I vibe with this, but I'm putting trust in this. I don't like it, but I'm gonna trust that maybe there's a reason why. That maybe there's some fundamental gameplay thing that they've added in that is going to make this
It's
better.
gonna be something later. It's gonna be something later. There's gonna be like a subclass feature, or it's gonna be like a level 19 feature. Like it's gonna later on. That way it's not like immediate out the gate. Paladin is just reaming everything, because that was a big issue with Paladin, and why I typically discourage my players from going Paladin is because it just felt like every time they played Paladin, it was just instantaneous. Like everybody knew that player was going to be the most powerful player in the campaign. That was just an immediate like acceptance, was that was going to be how it went.
I have no idea, but we're going to keep reading. I guess you do also get the weapon mastery abilities, which is adding a lot of stuff that you can already do, but I don't know. Paladin subclass level 3, boo. I I already ranted a bunch in my old video about
Yeah.
subclasses being at level 3. I think it's dumb. I don't like that they're doing this. I know Paladin is already at level 3 within base D&D with 2014 Player's Handbook, but I don't like it. You can go watch my rant in that video if you want to see why. But so the subclasses that they've got are Oath of Devotion, Oath of Glory, Oath of the Ancients, Oath of Vengeance. It's very cool that they're putting in Oath of Glory. I love Oath of Glory.
Every class was slightly buffed, which is cool, I suppose. Okay.
I mean, slight upgrades, which I think is good. The subclasses were pretty slappy already, but this is streamlining it a lot more, which I like.
Yeah.
Speed, level 5. No! This is in the Unearthed Arcana. I hate this. No! I'm just taking a big dump all over Paladin right now.
Wait. Paladins now always have a faithful steed on hand with Find Steed spell always prepared at level 5. Grants a single free casting of the spell once per day so you can summon your otherworldly steed. With a brand new bespoke stat block for the 2024 Find Steed spell. Much better suited for combat and can even regain hit points whenever you receive magical healing. Ooh.
At level 5, Paladins always have a faithful steed. Okay. With the Find Steed spell always prepared from level 5 onwards. The feature also
I don't like that.
So you can summon your otherworldly steed. That's right, your mount has an upgrade too. I don't like that we're giving every Paladin a horse. I know it can be a pony or a camel or an elk or a mastiff or whatever, but this, again, like what I was saying with Fighter, what they're doing is they're giving abilities to the core classes that changes their identity fundamentally going forward. And the identity with Paladin now is having a horse. And
Yep.
I don't know about that, but I feel like this should be a subclass or something, or at least like one of the fighting style things, like an optional thing you can take. I'm thinking about all of the Paladin characters that I've ever DM'd and played, and thinking about any of them having a horse is kind of silly. Horse characters are like you opt into having the mount. Abjure Foes, level 9.
Right.
This new Paladin.
You want to know what I think of when I think of like having Find Steed? You know how you can have a fucking mount in the what's it called? What's the game? I see people playing it all the time. It's the Dark Souls fucking open world one. Imagine the steed from that. Like that's every time I hear about it, I'm just like, yep, it's just that. Elder Ring. Yeah, Elden Ring.
Feature allows you to spend your channel divinity to target a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier and force them to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, a creature's frightened by you, and while frightened in this way, it is limited to only moving, taking an action or a bonus action on their turn. It's a very powerful way to control the battlefield, so if your idea of a paladin features a control aspect, the 2024 version has you covered. Okay. Every paladin gets this? This feels like a subclass. Moving, taking an action or a bonus action on their turn. It's a very powerful way to control the battlefield, so if your idea of a paladin features a control aspect, the 2024 version has you covered. Okay. Every paladin gets this? This the 2024 version has you covered. Okay. Every paladin gets
You can tell you I don't hate this ability. I think alone it's really cool to give Paladin control aspect. I'm just grumpy because it's paired with Haunts.
This feels like a subclass. This is the scary horse subclass. Restoring Touch, another new feature for the 2024 Paladin. Restoring Touch gives you an alternate use for your lay on hands points. You can now choose to remove one condition from a list of options and can even do this for multiple conditions if you spend enough hit points. That's cool. You get out like level 14. It's good. It's good. Epic Boon. We know what the Epic Boons do, so let's see what the recommended one for Paladin is. It's called Boon of True Sight. You increase one of your ability scores up to 30 and you gain True Sight to 60 feet. Oh, that's just like the boon in the... that's like... There's already a boon like that. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like this. I'm sorry. I really liked the Unearthed Arcana initially. I know there was like 2 things I disliked about it, but unless like the smite does some crazy damage, or you
Yeah.
have like unlimited uses of it or something. It's just okay. They've given more options by proxy because all of the other classes are going to get more options.
Right.
They're getting them from the mastery, the weapon mastery feats, and the weapon specialization and stuff that we already have with Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It really doesn't feel like we've expanded the class here and added more to its identity. Well, we've added more to its identity, horse, but instead we've really limited what the Paladin can kind of do. And instead of giving you options on what you can do with this new class, we've now forced you to have these options instead, and this is what every Paladin gets now. And yeah, I'm just not a big fan. Okay, let's move on to Barbarian. This one was written by.
I'm excited.
Mike. Yes, Mike is back, dude. Yes, everyone's favorite.
I want to
team's
hear
been hit.
Barbarian
The gym
because
is even more buff in the 2024 Player's Handbook. Yeah, Rage level 1. I freaking love this art. Oh my god, you can't be the Hulk of your adventuring party without a persistent, nigh uncontrollable rage. The 2024 Player's Handbook makes it easy for you to keep your rage rolling by allowing you to expend a bonus action to maintain your rage.
if you
Your rage
wait.
is also extended if you force an enemy to make a saving throw. That's really cool.
Okay. So that helps if like you go to grapple. If you grapple now, force them to make a dexterity saving throw, that will extend your rage. That didn't before, I don't think so. Because before it was a contested strength check and it didn't fall under the conditions of keeping you in a rage. So you would lose rage if you grappled. And then you'd have like these really funky moments where like where your like team, like your friendlies would have to like punch you to keep your rage going. That's cool. I like that. I really like that, actually. That's a good change. That's objectively just a good, easy, small change. I enjoy that.
This is what I'm talking about. This is taking what we already have and giving us new options and new ways to use it that isn't necessarily overpowered or breaking the system. And even if it is breaking the system, we can trust that because they're making 3 gigantic new books, that they're accounting for that kind of balance. And I guess accounting for that kind of balance is just like really depowering Paladin, which is just wild that they couldn't compromise in the design of that. That's just wild. So you can use your bonus action to keep up your rage. You don't. Personally, I prefer the tried and true deal damage to myself method to keep up your rage. Using the bonus action does make a lot of sense. I use my bonus action to make sure I can keep it up, which is cool. And if you make them make a saving throw, that's awesome.
Wait, really? Oh, okay. So if
we're
you
getting
just
some
make an
versatility
attack
with
and you like
Barbarian here,
miss
maybe with
twice.
some spells, maybe with some abilities and stuff. That's pretty cool. Previously, you would have had to make a weapon attack or take damage to continue raging. But if you're taking your turn to do something mundane, such as climbing a ladder, you don't want to have to expend another use of your rage once you get to the top.
That's really awesome.
Yes.
So you can just force it to extend
infinitely.
infinitely now.
You have this key Barbarian feature when you roll initiative. Weapon mastery. We got some weapon mastery stuff here again. We've got 2 here, Cleave and Vex. And I'm getting distracted because this goddamn hot drow barbarian art.
God damn. Okay, you know what? My next
the Cleave.
my next character might be a barbarian if they are willing to run this instead. What's going on, Jill? Hello.
You can make a second attack on another creature within 5 feet of the original target within your reach. If you hit, you deal your weapon's damage dice, but not your ability score modifier. You do add your rage bonus, though. Yeah, can Mike write the whole book? Dude, do you know how much easier the Player's Handbook would be to read if Mike freaking wrote the whole book? Get that guy on it. I want him to add all of his little blurbs in. This would be so good. The hand axe
love
master
that.
property Vex makes it easier for you to land a follow-up attack. When you hit a creature with a hand axe, you'll have advantage on the next attack roll you make against that creature before the end of your next turn. It's a great way to enable Brutal Strike once you get it at level 9, so keep your hand axes ready. That's so great.
So it actually
hand axe is already just like
it encourages you to actually use your hand axes. Before you would just like use your bonus actions for like nothing. You didn't really feel like it was worth it to use those. So now like you can actually use it to it just streamlines it. I love this so far. I love this. I might actually pre-order this. If I listen to all these, I'm like, hell yeah, this is awesome. I'm going to pre-order it, and then I'm literally just going to spend a session with my characters just, like, updating their character sheets to be 5e or 5.1e edition. I think it's going to be, like, 5.1 or 5.2. I was talking with one of my friends, and they kind of said they didn't like it, but I don't know if they've read the most recent version, because this is awesome, in my opinion. Like, this is ridiculously cool.
Yeah, it's just a flavor thing. You can throw them, like, whatever. But this, I can really see playing the game, playing a barbarian, and, like, valuing different weapons. Being like, which weapon do I really want to have? Do I want to have both? And then you get to have the really cool ludonarrative gameplay of attacking with, like, a great sword, and then on your next turn, throwing hand axes to get the Vax. Like, oh, that's so cool. Danger sense, level 2. The barbarian's spidey sense has been given a buff.
I love him so much. I love this guy.
Previously, you'd have to be able to hear or see a fireball streaking toward you in order to get... I'm not kidding. I have to stop. Can I get a player's handbook written by Mike Bernier? I would love that so much.
I would buy that.
So funny. Previously, you'd have to be able to hear or see a fireball streak.
The player's handbook, Mike Vernier edition. Can we please get a Mike Vernier edition player's handbook? Like, can we just get a PHP by him? I would fucking love that. How about, okay, all right, people who are interested in being in my campaign, what if I did it in this book with this rules? Like, what if I waited until this was out and then I just used this handbook to like, to run the campaign? I think that'd be cool. It would be, oh, by the way, for the people that I'm talking to, you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. Yes, you. I'm going to wait until this comes out. I'm not even kidding you. I'm waiting for this to come out. I think this is so cool.
Freaking toward you in order to get an advantage on your subsequent dexterity saving throw. Now you can dodge effectively even when blinded or deafened. I love that. Got that danger sense. You're just quick. You're feral. Gonna dodge out of a fireball. Barbarian subclass, level 3. We got Path of Berserker, Wildheart, which was Path of the Totem Warrior, but they've changed it to Wildheart.
Okay.
Because that's what it should be. We've also got a new one called Path of the World Tree. There's been some general updates with all of the subclasses. I'm not really going to dive too deeply into those right now, but what I do want to kind of look at is Path of the World Tree. With this subclass, you can dish out temporary hit points, shift enemies around the battlefield, increase your reach and the versatility of your weapon mastery properties, and as a subclass capstone, teleport around the battlefield with your allies. That's really cool.
What?
I look forward to seeing that in the book. Overall,
That is
I think
awesome.
subclasses are gonna
You know what? They've really encouraged...
Make your barbarian.
They've really encouraged going straight class. Like, the epic boons were, I think they were actually legitimately put in there to encourage people to not multi-class, because multi-classing just felt so busted. So you really have to... Okay, how the hell? That's so cool, though. I'm enjoying this so much. What we watching? We're watching the updated Paladin, Rogue, and Barbarian right now.
More useful when they're not crushing skulls. Primal Knowledge gives you an extra skill proficiency from the Barbarian's list and the ability to replace certain skill ability modifiers with your Strength modifier when your Rage is active. Oh, wow. So you just get a big bonus to some of your skills. They're really putting some skill monkey aspects into the martial classes, which is pretty interesting.
I am greatly enjoying that.
Class when you're not fighting, I think, is a design flaw with the current rules. When you're not fighting, you're kind of just not doing much. So it's very cool to see that while you're engaging in other parts of the game, that you're getting bonuses and cool stuff for it, like the other classes. This means you can now fly into a rage and use your fury to sneak into places, perceive things more easily, and do complex calisthenics. Talk about an all-terrain rage.
Oh my god, I
you,
love
Mike.
this
When
guy
you gain this
so
ability, you have to have
much.
your speed as a part of the same bonus action you take or enter a raid. This is an excellent way to ensure you're in the front ranks when you clash with enemy forces. Oh, whoa. So when you rage, you just get to move. Oh, that's so cool. See?
Wait,
See?
what?
This is what we're
Wait, I
talking
need to
about. You just
reread
get-
that. Instinctive Pounce, when you gain this ability, you can move up to half your speed as part of the same bonus action you take to enter a rage. Wait a minute. So, oh, I love that. I love that so much because when I played a barbarian, it was my first D&D character. His name was Zafiel. He was an Aragonasi barbarian. And one of the biggest issues I had was I would normally, when we were going into places, I would like be somewhere in the middle. Because what would always happen is my DM would like have a combat start and I would be like in the back. I would go into a rage and then I would go my 30 feet of movement and I would be like, I either use my dash, I use my action to dash and get up to them so that like I'm in combat with them, or I like just either lost my rage or like I just didn't have enough movement to get to them. So this is awesome. I am such a huge fan of this. It just like it's little things that give you the ability to actually use your class to its fullest extent, rather than like having those really niche, silly scenarios where like your primary abilities are just shot for no reason. And this feels way better.
get to move. Oh, that's so cool. See? This is what we're talking about. When we're adding things into the game that are giving more versatility and options to the characters, that's the only thing we've done with Paladin is really taken stuff away. There's nothing new and cool you get with Divine Smite. We've just made it worse. And this is a very clear example of an
New
ability
Divine
that
Smite's
already
gonna be
exists
so
that
busted.
they're just adding on to and giving you new abilities to give you more options and have more fun in the game. Brutal Strike, level 9. This ability replaces the 2014 Barbarian's Brutal Critical in favor of more strategic use of your Barbarian's resources. Using Brutal Strike, you can forego advantage on one of your strength-based attacks in exchange for more damage and a selection of debuffs you can impose on your enemies.
This is so awesome. No, this is legitimately one of the coolest things I have ever seen.
Could be gained through reckless attack. See, whenever anybody in the bad homebrew videos is
Okay, you know what? We're gonna actually change. We are gonna come over to our Twitch and I'm gonna be okay.
upset that they
There we
maybe
go.
spelled something wrong. Don't worry, all right? Our Lord and Savior, Mike, didn't spell advantage right, and that's okay. That's fine. We all make mistakes. It could be gained through reckless attack, or it could be enabled through attacking a prone enemy. The only condition is that you can't have disadvantage on the roll as well. If you gamble correctly and still manage to hit with your attack, you gain an extra 1d10 damage and choose. Oh, whoa! This is really
Wait a minute.
cool.
Hold up. This ability, Brutal Critical, more strategic use. Using Brutal Strike, you can forego advantage on one of your strength-based attacks in exchange for more damage and selection of debuffs you can impose on your enemies. So you reckless attack and then say, fuck it. I'm just gonna send everything into this one roll instead of getting the bonus from both. So you get an extra D. So is this just Great Axe or like Great Axe Master? Something like that. What was it? That was like you basically impose disadvantage on yourself.
So you can do your reckless attack so that other enemies will still be able to advantage attack you, but you won't get advantage. And so long as you don't have disadvantage, you'll deal an extra 1d10 damage, and you can send your target flying 15 feet away from you, and then you can follow up half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Oh, I love that. And then Hamstring Blow. Reduce your target speed by 15 feet until the start of your next turn. Despite usually having 2 hamstrings, a creature can only suffer from 1 hamstring blow at a time. This is the thing. They're taking this option that you can already do within the game, and they're giving you more ways that you can use it. Good.
They're
Love
giving
that. Great game design. Both
giving players more freedom to do what they want to do is never a bad option. Like, of course, there's sometimes you have to limit what a player can do. Like, sometimes you have some jackass players. I, at one time, had jackass players. And you kind of have to, like, railroad them a little bit. But then there's other times where you're like, my players are really fucking cool. But they just want more freedom. And nothing will be more rewarding. Like, nothing in my life has been, and my D&D career has been more fun than when I did not know what my players were going to do next. And they ended up fucking wowing me. They ended up wowing me. Like, jaw dropped, best role-playing, best, like, moment of my D&D campaign so far has been that. It's been fantastic. I love my players, and I can't wait for them to have access to these abilities. It's gonna be fantastic. They're gonna enjoy this so much. I already know they will. I don't even need to think about it a little bit. Oh, I'm so excited for this. Like, just from the DM perspective. Anyways.
Doctrines can be incredibly useful in specific situations. Forcible blow is great for sending enemies off cliffs or into environmental hazards. Just maybe don't follow them in afterward. It can also be used to knock an enemy away from one of your less tanky party members. The hamstring blow, on the other hand, can be crucial for locking down fast targets and keeping them within reach so you can finish them off. Who would have thought attacking with reckless abandon could be so strategic? Barbarian, just by default, you just kind of run in, rage, attack, and that's all you're doing. I love that you can shake things up. You can be like, no, I'm gonna do this, and like knock somebody 15 feet away. Super
right.
Cool. Relentless Rage, level 11. We heard you like tanky builds, so we made your tanky build even more tanky. Oh my god.
I fucking love this guy so much.
Constitution saving throw after getting knocked to 0 hit points. This ability would bring you back to 1 hit point. Now, you get to go back up to twice your barbarian level. Seeing as you don't lose your rage until you get incapacitated, you effectively have twice that many hit points thanks to damage's resistances. Tack on the fact that this continues to happen until you fail your Constitution saving throw after dropping to 0 hit points. This means you could trigger this ability multiple times per long rest, resulting in dozens of extra hit points. This will effectively make you the Black Knight from Monty Python, able to shrug off a normally fatal injury with a casual "tis but a scratch."
I fucking
Dude,
love this guy
funny.
so much.
You're just making references in the middle of the post. This is how I
thought
would
he
write
was
this.
making
This
the
is
reference.
really
I don't think
cool.
that I didn't think
Mike
that was the guy
explained
who
very
wrote
well, but the fact that you get to fall to 0 and then come back multiple times and you get to have your hit points back is just very cool. Again, adding to the identity of the class. What's the core identity?
We're
that
almost there.
adding?
We cleared out
We
all
want barbarians
this.
to be unstoppable.
We've already
And
cleared
that's
out
what
all
this
this.
feels like. With fighters,
And
you've got
now
this
we're
idea
on our
that they're
last portion.
strategic, and they can maneuver the battlefield, and they succeed
On our
when they
last
really need to,
bit.
but they can pick and choose when they want to use their abilities in order to control the battlefield. Barbarian is like running in, knocking people backwards, moving around, getting to the enemy a lot quicker, and then just being able
Like, you're just cooler now. You're just cooler. You're just cooler. That's all it is. Every single class now, everything from what I've seen, except Paladin. But like Paladin, they had their meta. They had their meta. Their meta was for like years.
If you give a man a rat, you satisfy his rat desire.
If you give a man a rat, do you really satisfy his rat desire? Do you actually satisfy his rat desire? You ever had your rat desire filled? I don't think I've ever actually experienced having a fulfilled rat desire. If you give a woman a rat, does it satisfy her rat desire? I actually held a couple of rats once. They're cool as fuck. I actually would love to have a rat. Like, just as a pet. A rat does... He literally says, if you give a man a rat... Are there different desires for different genders? Do non-binary people, as some of them are actual living rats... Do they have a rat desire, or do they have rat desires? The desires that a rat holds. These are the questions we need to be asking Jordan Peterson. These are the types of questions that only he can answer, since he has had his rat desire fulfilled, if you think about it. This is woke America. Woke took away our rat desires. I can't believe rat. I can't believe woke took away my rat desires, chat. This is ridiculous. I'm livid. Ah, heck. Anyways, back to the video.
Die. Yeah. And then with Paladin, we've got Horse Girl. Improved Brutal Strike. Get even more recklessly strategic. Now you can choose from 2 additional options when you hit a creature.
Oh.
This does just feel like one of my how to play videos though. That is like something I would say. Let me read it exactly how I would say that. At level 13, you get Improved Brutal Strike. Get even more recklessly strategic. Now you can choose from 2 additional options when you hit with a creature using Brutal Strike. And then it would cut to a bit where I go up to Logan and I go, Brutal Strike. And he goes, ow, my larynx. And then he would fall on the ground and I would hit him a bunch of times with a foam axe. And he'd be like, no, no. And I'd be like, you're dead in the balls. Can't wait to bring that back. Staggering Blow. Force your target to have disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes, and it can't make opportunity attacks until the start of your next turn. Perfect for diving out of the way and letting your wizard light them up with a big spell. Giving disadvantage on the saving throw so you can help out your wizard. They also point out different ways where you can maneuver enemies to help out like the squishier allies, and I think that that's great. That's a lot of how Pathfinder 2e plays, where you're using a lot of your actions to help and strategize with your other party members to boost them and give them better turns.
So that's another thing. The one thing I like about this is that it doesn't necessarily require you to go like be super like teamworky with your friends, like to be super teamworky, but it also rewards you for doing so, like majorly. Because say that occurs, you do set that up for your wizard. Like that could be a huge W moment for your campaign. Be like, oh, you're in the final boss fight, and they have like you've finally gotten rid of their legendary resistances, and it's just like it's interesting. It's really interesting. I don't know. I'm enjoying this so much right now. This is making me excited to continue DMing because things are developing.
Following that design philosophy a little bit with these revised rules, because we're not just sitting and playing lone wolf characters where we don't think about our other party members. We are using these abilities to be like, you're about to do fireball, I can give them disadvantage on their saving throw. That's really fun. You get to work together and do a cool move.
Or
oh my god, Sunder.
Like disintegrate. Disintegrate's a huge one. Imagine you impose disadvantage on that. Who knows?
Reference, if you have a martial buddy fighting alongside you, this is a great way to team up. A team up abilities are always the best. Whenever you hit a creature with this ability, the next attack made against it by another creature has +5 to hit. Essentially, you're trading off advantage to give your buddy advantage.
What?
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that they're just doing more with the reckless attack. That's so much more fun than just getting advantage. I love this. It's super great.
That is
Lots of cool
amazing
options for Barbarian, making it much more of a versatile class. Super good. Persistent rage. Previously, this feature made the Barbarian's rage impossible to end early, short of knocking them unconscious. In the updated version, you still get these benefits, and your rage lasts for 10 minutes without you needing to extend it in any way. Love that. If that wasn't enough, you now regain all uses of rage when you roll initiative. This only triggers once per long rest, but a full 50 minutes of raging should get you to the next time you're able to kick up your feet and relax. Basically, at level 15, you can just rage all the time. That's core with the identity of the Barbarian. They're really creating this idea that they're just persistent and they never give up, and indomitable freaking Barbarian, and I think that's really cool. Improved Brutal Strike. I
really enjoy that.
Doubles the damage dealt from 1d10 to 2d10. Super cool. I was going to say that should definitely level up because that 1d10 is going to get very small very quick, and also allows you to inflict 2 different Brutal Strike effects each time you hit. You can do 2. This allows you to combo effects like sending an enemy flying into a blade barrier with disadvantage on a dexterity saving throw, or perhaps you hit a creature with a thrown hand axe and use a forceful blow, send them 15 feet away and hamstring blow to reduce their speed by 15 feet. Then step back a couple of feet and ready your next hand axe. That's a great example, Mike. That's really, really cool. That just adds so much to what you can do in your turn.
Imagine the epic that would be such a cool build where you're constantly reckless attacking, throwing hand axes, and like forcing them back 30 feet. Like effectively you make them lose 15 feet of movement, and they lose and they get pushed back 15 feet of movement. So the only most creatures only have 15 feet after losing 15. So that's just gonna improve it all in all. That's awesome. I love this.
That they give for Barbarian is Irresistible Offense. This boon of epic proportions starts by allowing you to increase your strength or dex up to a maximum of 30. You also get the ability to overcome resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage with your attack.
Overcome bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. When you roll a 20... Wait. Equal to the ability score that you use to make the attack.
So your attack's
what?
Right.
So it's ability score, not modifier.
20 on the die for an attack roll, you get to deal damage equal to the ability score that you use to make the attack. Wow, that's crazy. Which will likely be a 25 when you gain access to Primal Champion at level 20. Now that's a critical hit. That's crazy cool. You're just getting like.
What's the capstone? No capstone? No capstone. No capstone? Or is that class based? Or is that subclass based?
20 to your hits. Man. Yeah, Barbarian good. Love it. I can see ways they can make this even cooler, but honestly they've really improved off of the original idea. I love the new Barbarian. Looks great. All right, and then finally what we have time for today is Rogue. I know Warlock is out too, but they don't have the article out for it yet, so we're just going to be looking at the article for Rogue. And then we'll get to the others later.
Oh, Rogue, I've heard, is crazy.
They did some really cool stuff with the sneak attack options, and I really liked that, and I hope they kept it. In addition to the Rogue's typical suite of features at level 1, you gain access to the new Weapon Mastery feature. Oh, great. So you get Weapon Mastery as a Rogue at level 1, and they have different abilities for those, like Nick with Dagger. So the Dagger's Mastery property, Nick, grants you the extra attack on your attack action if you're using a weapon with the light property. This is in lieu of the extra attack you can typically make with a light weapon using your bonus action. Okay, so it looks like they're taking away the ability to have 2 light weapons and to do 2 attacks, and instead you have to have Nick. That's interesting. That's interesting. I think that streamlines it a lot. Man, this art is so good. Oh my god. That art's great. That's a planeswalker. They've also got Vex on the short bow, which is also a really good ability, especially for Rogue. Oh my god. Getting advantage on the next attack roll. Whew, just more ways to play the game. That's great. You're just going to be thinking in a lot of different ways when you're playing D&D now. I think That is very cool. Thieves' Cant
I love
level
this.
1. Rogues are famous for learning Thieves' Cant, a unique kind of language that allows you to speak and understand codes, but your time spent in the underground world means you've likely crossed paths and worked with all manner of people and creatures. To reflect this, the Thieves' Cant feature not only grants you Thieves' Cant, but additional language proficiency. That's super cool. You get
Okay.
additional language. Subclass at level 3.
That's cool.
We got Arcane Trickster, Assassin, Soul Knife, and Thief, and these are kind of short, so I'll just read them. Arcane Trickster, we've got magically inclined rogues now swap out a cantrip each time they level up, granting you greater flexibility in your build. Versatile
Okay.
Trickster has also been changed so that when you use the trip option of Cunning Strike, what? Trip option? They kept the 1d6. They kept the sneak attacks. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. You can target an additional creature with your mage hand.
Oh my
Amazing.
God,
Assassin, you can
bro.
now more easily trigger Assassinate and Death Strike, but the damage has been reduced. You're more adept at poisoning and impersonating others, and you can move after using steady aim, supporting hit and run builds. Meh. I liked that it did big damage, but whatever. Soul Knife, introduced in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, the Soul Knife is largely unchanged. Your psychic blades now have a range to 60, 120 instead of 60, just 60. And they have the Vex Mastery property. Yeah, love that. Thief, the updated Thief can activate magic items as a bonus action. They have a unique Cunning Strike option called Stealth Attack that allows you to remain hidden after attacking. Used magic device saw the most change and now offers you an additional attunement slot. Grants a chance to activate magic items without expending charges. Allows you to use spell scrolls no matter your class or spellcasting prowess. Thief sounds so cool. I really like the update to Thief. If it's similar to the Unearthed Arcana one, which it seems like it is. Steady Aim at level 3.
This is
Steady
cool.
Aim was introduced in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It sure was. And now it looks like it's a base combat feature. I love that. Steady Aim is a great ability that allows you to ensure that you're going to get your sneak attack without having to move that much. I think it's a great ability. I love that it's just a part of the class. Cunning Strike at level 5. Oh, the most exciting new tool in the Rogue's Kit is Cunning Strike. It offers you new ways of utilizing sneak attack to cripple enemies or just safely maneuver around the battlefield. When you deal sneak attack damage, you can choose to forego one or more sneak attack damage die to add a Cunning Strike effect to your attack. The DC of your Cunning Strike effect scales off your dexterity. At level 5, you'll be able to choose one of the following Cunning Strike options when you land a sneak attack. Poison costs 1d6. I love this. Put your Poisoner's Kit to good use. With this option, you're...
Wait. Oh, so you can basically, instead of doing like a 4d6 for your sneak attack, you can do 3d6 to get trip off of it.
Your target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for 1 minute. They can repeat the save at the end of each of their turns. Trip, cost 1d6. Stick them with the pointy end and watch them fall. Prone, that is. On a failed dexterity saving throw, just make sure that your target is larger or smaller before choosing this option. And withdraw, 1d6. Hit and run with the withdraw option. Lets you move with half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks after attacking. At higher levels, you can add more of them together. Oh my god. Rogue takes this cool ability that it's always had, that has always been really good, that is just generally great, and they don't debuff it. Instead, they allow you to do new things with it by taking away some of the damage you're already doing. They don't turn
This all
sneak
sounds
attack into
awesome.
a bonus action.
It really
They
is
don't make this way more
really
complicated
fucking awesome.
or
I am
worse than
enjoying
it
this
needs to
so
be.
much.
You're simply getting to do more with your sneak attack. They're options. You can just keep doing normal sneak attack the way you want to do it, or you can have these really cool options that play into the flavor of playing a rogue. How many rogues do you know really are poisoning people all the time?
Right.
Well, now they always have this option to be able to poison or trip or withdraw if you don't want to use your bonus action to disengage from cunning action. This is just ways for rogues to be slippery, way more cool, and have just more things that they can do on their turn. This is so great. This is probably one of my favorite things that they've done with the new book. I cannot wait to play with this. I love these rogue abilities a lot. Reliable Talent, level 7. I rolled a 2, but it's a 37. Reliable Talent is all but guarantees you'll be good at choice skills, whether that's sneaking around, unlocking every door and chest, or just befriending the neighborhood cats. You'll recognize the feature from the 2014 Player's Handbook. However, when the rogue previously gained this feature at level 11,
they get it at level 7 now? Reliable Talent is such a good ability as well. Like, it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
and they now gain it at level 7. Oh, this is so cool. I really like this.
That's
Nothing more
this
to
is
add other
ridiculous.
than that good. Improved cunning strike. You can do 2 of them. That's so cool. Devious strikes. Oh, they have more. They have days. Who says support build can also deal damage? If your target fails a Constitution saving throw, they'll only get to move or take an action or bonus action on their next turn. Frustrating for Dungeon Masters, but fantastic for your party. I love that. Knockout. Bonk an enemy on the head and render them unconscious for 1 minute if they fail a Constitution saving throw. This is so good. I love how this is written. This is really funny. Okay, but it uses 66, which is probably all of your sneak attack dice. So you're basically, this is a really cool way to get around what I have seen tons of rogues try to do in games. This is a really simple, elegant solution to that, is spending the dice that you would normally deal. And this one works perfectly here because you're literally going to deal like no damage. You're just going to bonk them on the head a little bit and knock them out. That is just, so good. Obscure costs 3d6. Who needs to sling into the shadow when you could just blind your target? With this cunning strike option, your target will need to make a dexterity saving throw or be blinded until the end of the next turn. Pocket Sand? Yes!
Pocket
Blind
Sand!
Sense, level 14. Blind Sense is not a feature of the
Pocket
2024
Sand.
rogue. Instead,
I fucking love it.
gains Devious Strikes and it upgrades Slippery Mind at level 15. Oh, so they took away Blind Sense. That's fine. It's just kind of taking it away, which is strange, but I don't think that's a giant L. That's whatever.
No,
That's
for
fine.
everything that
Slippery
they're
Mind.
getting,
Slippery
this
Mind
is like
has
fine.
received an upgrade. Now your rogue is cunning, not just in tongue, but in mind. You gain proficiency in wisdom and charisma saving throws instead of just wisdom saving throws. Cool. Just whatever. But cool, you're getting wisdom and charisma. That's neat. And then the epic boon that they gave is a boon of the Night Spirit. Increase one ability up to a maximum of 30. When in dim light or darkness, you have resistance to all damage except psychic and radiant. And as a bonus action, you can go invisible. That's really cool. And then Stroke
That
of
is
Luck
sick.
at level 20. The capstone, you can use Stroke of Luck on saving throws. And when you fail, they're calling it a D20 test now. When you fail a D20 test, it turns your roll into a 20. This means a missed attack roll can become a critical hit. Very cool. Love that level 20 ability. Honestly, really liking everything that I'm seeing.
What?
75% of it. It's that 25% is coming from Paladin. I don't know about that one. I don't know if that ends up being kind of base Paladin. I'd want to see how it works in game first, and then if it's sneaky, then we're probably just going to run with old Paladin. But I think that that's what's really cool about these new books, is that you're kind of getting the option to play with either or. You can plug and play with rules that you want to use or don't want to use, and I think that that is really awesome. I love that they are allowing for that kind of freedom within the system, because 5th edition is just a really, really good system, and they're just adding more onto it here. I really, really like
I agree.
Fighter, Barbarian, and especially Rogue. Those Rogue abilities are so awesome. Rogues and Fighters and Barbarians are just gonna have this like really cool identity within game now that is just going to be so fun to play with. I can't wait to see it. But yeah, these have been my thoughts about all of this stuff. Let me know what you think down below. I know half of you are going to disagree with me, so we'll see about that. And then if you guys liked this, let me know. I'd love to do the rest of the classes when they eventually come out. So let me know about that, and I will see you guys next time.
Okay. That was awesome. And it's auto playing directly into the next video I was going to choose.
Arcane Apotheosis. Whoa, that's a cool name. Your innate sorcery feature is taken to new heights. Well, this is the only height.
Yeah.
So
The last height.
this is,
The peak.
as someone say,
Yeah.
we literally cannot go higher.
Where'd you get that?
Hey guys, we're gonna read some more new D&D stuff today. Spencer's here. She really wanted to be here.
I walked into your office and you said, be in my video.
Yep. When I made the Ranger video, I was
Roll.
ranting to Spencer about it. And she had a lot of really funny thoughts and opinions. And I thought it would be valuable to have you here, even though you hate Dungeons and Dragons.
I do. I like playing the game. I don't like talking about the rules.
Okay, you're being kind of a normie right now. I need you to stop.
Okay.
Not only do I
Real.
have a timer to keep myself in line
Rolled.
today so I don't have a 2-hour VOD, but also I've got Spencer here to keep the thoughts on track.
Yeah. Once I
and-
start to get bored of a class, we'll leave.
Yeah.
I'll open it.
Oh, yeah, we're using Opera. Wow. We're using Opera right now. So we're going to look at Wizard.
I love Wizards.
We played
My favorite
Wizards.
class.
Yeah.
They did hurt my second favorite class.
What's your
quite a bit, but
second
Paladin.
favorite class?
Paladin.
Yeah, I guess they did. Wait, is Wizard your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Paladin was your favorite.
I think it alternates.
All right, so 2024 Wizard class features overview. This art is so cool. This is just really neat looking.
Can I see
They fucked up Wizard. They nerfed the shit out of Wizard from what I heard. Poor Wizard. That or they buffed it and people were seeing it as like a nerf or like a bad thing for the community.
Level 1. The wizard spellcasting feature hasn't seen a huge number of changes, but has certainly received some quality of life improvements. The most immediate difference you'll notice is that wizards no longer use their intelligence modifier plus wizard level to determine their number of prepared spells. I thought that's where it was going to end. I thought it was just, they no longer use their intelligence.
Is your wizard level?
You no longer add your intelligence modifier level to determine their number of prepared spells, instead referred to a fixed value listed in the wizard table. I think that's good.
Okay, that's
a good
objectively good because it was so annoying before.
It's removing the need to have a 20 intelligence. If you start with an 18, it's not that it feels bad. You're like, and now I get less spells. It's like now every wizard is going to have the same amount of spells.
It also helps if you multi-class. You don't.
Exactly. That's a good change. See, Spencer, you're not just a pretty face. You know, you're pretty smart too.
Get out of here.
Pulling a.
Okay, wait. So are you telling me that? Okay, wait. So you get an epic boon at level 19 no matter what, right? Regardless of class, that's not like a class feature. That's not like a level 19 barbarian. It's level 19 character, yeah? Oh, I need to put my... I'm pretty sure that's what that means.
Page from Igwil's spellbook. The cantrip formula's optional class feature from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is now a core spell casting feature.
You didn't open Touches.
Oh, of course. We need our important guide for the 2024 classes, which is Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
A book that I already own.
I like this reference though. Igwil's spellbook. She wrote the Demonomicon. I don't remember everything about every book that's ever come out.
You clicked the wrong tab. It's a source book, not an adventure.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Cantrip formulas is you have scribed a set of arcane formulas in your spellbook that you can use to formulate a cantrip in your mind. Whenever you finish a long rest and consult those formulas in your spellbook, you can replace one wizard cantrip you know with another cantrip from the wizard spell list. That's great. Yeah. It's in Tasha's, but it's good. It's a good ability. It's great. It also makes sense that you would like put cantrips in your spellbook. Also, spellbooks have received a bit of love with more defined properties. The ability to be used as a spellcasting focus and are now impossible to read by anyone but you without the use of Identify. That's interesting.
Interesting.
So if you get another wizard spellbook and you want to get their spells, you have to cast Identify on it.
Identify's first level, right?
Yeah. Ritual Caster is no longer included in the spellcasting feature. Instead, spells with a ritual tag can be used as a ritual so long as they're prepared. So, when I recorded the Ranger video, I figured out what this means. So basically, Ritual Adept at level 1. The 2024 wizard gets special treatment in the ritual department as seen in the other level 1 feature Ritual Adept. As long as a spell with the ritual tag is in your spellbook and you read the spell from your spellbook, you can cast it as a ritual without needing to prepare it. So, it is no different from the 2014 Player's Handbook. That is still the same thing. Ritual Adept is no longer like a feature of wizard spellcasting. Instead, it's a level 1 ability. It is literally no different. They just reorganize the information. The Scholar, level 2. The 2024 wizard has become much more multidisciplinary.
Multidisciplinary?
Thank you. I'm glad to have some brains in the room. And gain expertise in one of the following skills that they're proficient in. Arcana, history, investigation, medicine, nature, or religion. That's pretty cool. You can get expertise. It makes sense for a wizard to have expertise. Just be a big nerd in like one skill. I love that. This art's really cool. This dude's got like an eye patch. Kind of looks like Big Boss. Big Boss wizard.
Is everyone with an eye patch Big Boss?
Everybody with an eye patch is from Metal Gear Solid. Wizards now pick their subclass at level 3.
Should be level 1.
But an extra level of study has paid off. Their Savant features now allow them access to 2 free level 1 or level 2 spells of their associated school, rather than a reduction of cost and time when copying new spells. Additionally, thanks to the new Savant feature, they get to add a spell from their chosen school to their spellbook each time they unlock a new level of spell slot in the wizard class. So they get access to level 1 and 2 spells of that type of magic, and they get to add a spell.
They're adding more divination spells? What is that? sucks.
Yeah, hopefully they've added more divination spells because there just isn't a lot of divination spells.
Yeah, especially if you're.
Yeah,
only
divination
level
wizard was
2,
never
3
really
level
that
1, level 2
fun.
Spells.
Yeah, and also we only have 4 subclasses, which is whack. I don't understand that. I don't know why they're not just putting all of the schools of magic in the new set. And especially because if we're
What
gonna
if this is
change
just
the
a
rules
taster,
on
though,
how
like-
the subclass works,
Yeah.
how is this supposed to fit into the previous edition? Now, if you want to play one of the other subclasses for wizard, you're gonna have to like homebrew it and like apply these rules to the subclass. I don't really know. I don't get it. We have Abjurer, Diviner, Evoker, and Illusionist.
They didn't buff necromancy.
Abjurer, formerly School of Abjuration, you'll notice that their signature Arcane Ward feature has had its language clarified, and you can refill it directly as a bonus action by expending a spell slot. Cool. At level 10, Abjurer wizards get a new feature called Spellbreaker, granting them counterspell and dispel magic as always prepared spells, the latter being able to be cast as a bonus action. Whoa, bonus action dispel magic.
pretty good.
But the real standout of this feature is that if you use either spell and failed, no spell slot is consumed. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay.
I can only think, why did we buff Necromancer? But whatever. Diviner. The Diviner subclass didn't see many changes from its previous incarnation as a school of divination, other than some refinements to the third eye. And to be fair, divination wizard slaps.
Yeah, it's
pretty good. The feature now
is
explicitly
it?
uses a bonus
Oh.
action. That's cool. And the dark vision feature has increased its range to 120 feet. The see invisibility option now allows you to cast the see invisibility spell without using a spell slot, and the ethereal sight has been removed. And the ethereal sight was cool. You can see ghosts. That was awesome. Evoker, the most explosive wizard subclass, has seen the potent cantrip and sculpt spells swap places, with the former now applying half damage on a missed spell attack as well as unsuccessful saving throws against your cantrip. Beyond this, the subclass is largely unchanged. So that's the thing, is that because they're largely unchanged, it makes me think that you can use the other subclasses in this, but I don't know. Now you're getting at level 3, and some of those level 2 abilities I guess you now get at level 3. I'm just not sure, but I like this cantrip ability. That's pretty cool. You can like still deal damage if you miss. I love that. Illusionist, despite a multitude of improvements, thank God, Illusionist was really bad. The first you'll notice is improved illusion, which replaces improved minor illusion. This allows you to ignore verbal components for illusion spells and increase the range of certain spells. Thank God. That also makes me think they can't be counterspelled because it's like silent spell for sorcerer or subtle spell.
Subtle spell.
This allows you to ignore verbal components for illusion spells and increase the range of certain spells. At level 6, Illusionists gain the Phantasmal Creatures feature, which grants Summon Beast and Summon Fae as always prepared spells. These can be cast as illusion spells, which summons a modified version of the creature, and you get a free casting of it. And also, Illusory Self can be restored by expending a level 2 plus spell slot without requiring an action. I think getting a buff to Illusion is pretty good. The Summon ability is a little weird because it kind of reminds me of Conjuration, but it is a really good way to balance the two together, to have Illusion actually be something that's pretty useful, and you're not just creating fake things. It's like, oh, the illusions are kind of real.
I like all these except for Diviner.
The Ethereal Sight being removed is weird. It's a bonus action now, so I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just a lot of what they've been doing where they go, we're just going to take some things away and then kind of tweak it so it looks like it's better.
Memorize Spell, level 5. A new level 5 feature, wizards can now swap out one prepared spell for one in their spell book whenever they take a short rest.
That's
Pretty good. Yeah, pretty sick. Spell Mastery, level 18. Oh, we have severely jumped.
Yeah. That's where you plug in all the other
Whoa.
things from the previous edition. Yeah.
It seems like the biggest thing that is happening here is the fact that the spells are going to be a lot different. Having new spells will kind of change the game a lot for wizards especially, so who knows how much this class
Give you more
feels
like
differently to play
choices,
because
like
I don't know
because
what
that's what
the
this
spells-
entire
Spellmaster level
update
18.
is about,
Spellmaster
is
sees
to
a few
give
minor
people
changes, starting
more
with the limitation that
options.
The chosen spells must
Like that was the biggest issue from like 3.5 to like 5, is that in 3.5 it felt like there were just so many options, and I almost like, I think what they were trying to do with 5th edition is like be like, there are less options now and everything else is up to homebrew or flavoring, your own personal flavoring. You're seasoning this shit yourself. They handed you a chicken breast that was dull and kind of lame, and they told you season this shit yourself. And now they're putting but you had to bring your own seasoning. And now they're putting a set amount of seasonings on the table. Right? At least that's what I'm getting from this.
have a casting time of 1 action, and you can only swap out 1 spell at a time rather than both. However, the chosen spells now count as always prepared and can be swapped out on a long rest rather than requiring 8 hours of dedicated study. So originally, this is the 18th level ability that lets you pick a 1st or 2nd level spell, and you can always cast that spell without expending spell slots. You can also switch them out if you spend 8 hours of dedicated study. But now you can only swap out 1, and it's during a long rest, and they have to have a casting time of 1 action. So that sucks. You can't make it like Counterspell or Misty Step, I guess, for balance reasons. But okay, balance reasons at level 18.
Yeah.
Who cares at that point? Oh, Tiamat, I can't always cast Misty Step now. Epic Boon. Every class gets an Epic Boon at level 19, and the one they chose for Wizard is Boon of Spell Recall. Increase your Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma ability score up to 1 to a maximum of 30, and when you cast a spell using a 1 to 4 spell slot, roll 1d4. If you roll the spell's level, the slot isn't expended. I feel like this exists to counterbalance this. Okay, I'm gonna get some free Misty Steps next level.
I think I'd rather just continue to play 2014 Wizards.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's good changes in there, I think. The one where you can swap spells out, like the level 5 ability, and then the potent cantrips, which is in Tasha's.
I like playing Diviner. I don't know. We'll play test it someday, I'm sure. And we'll see how it goes. And
Yeah.
maybe I'll be proven wrong. I would have liked to see all of the schools of magic.
Yeah, that honestly, biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
I really wish we had more of the other schools of magic. That sucks. Warlock! Warlock's my favorite class, so I'm very excited about this.
My little girl
I
is so
hope
happy.
Warlock
look
is
at
fun.
This, look at this fella. I love him. He's getting down with some Archfey magic there. That's very cool. 2024 Warlock. At level 1, we got Eldritch Invocations. One of the most first notable changes to the 2024 Warlock is that you get access to your first Eldritch Invocation at Warlock level 1 instead of level 2. Because they're taking away the
multi-class,
subclass
yep,
choice
the
and putting it
subclass.
at level 3, which is the stupidest thing. I'm so mad about this. I hate this so much. Especially for Warlock.
Warlock, Paladin, and Wizard should all pick their subclass at level 1.
It's literally like the point of why you do what you do. Like, Warlock gets their power because they're related to some higher being. If you don't know what that being is, it doesn't make any sense. Like, narratively, like at level 3, you're gonna pretend you were with the Fiend the whole time. Eldritch Invocations, level 1. Overall, Eldritch Invocations have received a major overhaul. Key changes including several quality of life updates. Let's look at some of the big shifts. Pact Boons are new Eldritch Invocations. I really like this. In the 2014 Warlock, your Pact Boons, such as Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Tome, and Pact of the Chain, was a separate feature bestowed at level 3. In the 2024 Warlock, Pact Boon feature is gone, and these pacts are now options you can choose as a part of your Eldritch Invocations. That's great. I love that. You can pick all 3 of them if you want to. If you want to have Pact of the Chain and Pact of the Blade, you're not locked in only having one. Now, because they're invocations, you can pick multiple. I think that's really
That's
cool.
awesome.
That's how Warlock
I like
should be
that.
anyways, is that you're kind of picking everything that you get anyways, and this just gives more option and freedom to the class, and I think that's great. Second, while some Eldritch Invocations do carry prerequisite levels, such as Agonizing Blast, which requires you to be a level 2 Warlock, the former Pact Boon Invocations do not. This means you can select from a familiar Book of Shadows or Pact Weapon as early as level 1. The 2014 Player's Handbook had these features arrive at level 3, so you're getting them 2 levels earlier for the 2024 Warlock. It's more that text that's like, it's better, guys. All right, look, it's better.
Promise.
It is better. It's that's very cool.
Yeah.
You get to be very customizable with Warlock at level 1. It's not a worthy trade. I would rather have subclass at level 1 than this. This would be great at level 2 or 3. More Eldritch Invocations. Seeing as you get an invocation at level 1 and the progression has been expedited, 2024 Warlocks will have access to more invocations than their 2014 counterpart, maxing out at 10 when they hit level 18. Some Eldritch Invocations can be repeated. Popular Eldritch Invocations for Warlocks like Agonizing Blast and Repelling Blast are still here, but with a couple of big changes. Firstly, they are no longer limited to Eldritch Blast. Instead, you choose one of your known Warlock cantrips that deal damage, and now you can add your Charisma modifier to that damage roll. So now you can boost damage for Toll the Dead or Thunderclap with Agonizing Blast that suits your Warlock build better than Eldritch Blast. Note, however, that Repelling Blast is restricted to cantrips that deal damage via an attack roll. Oh, you can't Thunderclap and blast everybody backwards. This is good design intention with how they're doing these new books. They're taking what was already there and they're going, you can do more with it now. Now you can kind of really make whatever Warlock you really want to, instead of just taking everything away and making it spells. Next, you can select these invocations multiple times when adding new Eldritch Invocations. So if you're trying to build a cantrip powerhouse, you could add Agonizing Blast or Repelling Blast to multiple cantrips. But of course, you can still use it for Eldritch Blast because, let's face it, if you're a Warlock, you're probably going to want to.
Eldritch
Spell slots,
Blast.
who needs them? With the exception of Eldritch Smite, which deals a significant amount of damage and gives an enemy the prone condition, none of the 2024 players have Eldritch Invocations carry those using a Warlock spell slot description. You still have spell slots for your pack magic, but they largely no longer fuel the invocations you get from your patron. Instead, your Eldritch...
Okay, let's be real. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Agonizing Blast. I have a hard time believing that that's gonna see much. I don't know. I guess I haven't really played a lot of Warlock, so I'm concerned that you're not gonna get the use out of that you're gonna want. You know? Damn, we're already at a stack of blocks. That's awesome. I feel like I don't know why you would want, like, if you really want to run a cantrip powerhouse, you're gonna have to get one, like, you get what, 10 total? You're investing 3 just to put Agonizing Blast on 3 different cantrips. And, like, Toll the Dead only gets so powerful. Eventually that 4d10's not gonna be enough. Especially if they succeed the saving throw, like, otherwise you just do nothing. I don't know, I'm a little weird about that.
Invocations feel like a wholly separate power branch unique to the Warlock class. The customization allowed via these changes to invocations makes the 2024 Warlock feel more like someone who has poured over contracts with their patron and selected the powers best suited to them. I agree, that is what it feels like. It feels like you're picking and choosing the best type of magic that fits you and the contract that you've made with your patron. I've always said that Warlock is the magic class that cheated. So Sorcerer was born with the natural talent, Wizard studied, and then the Warlock cheated to get it. And that's definitely playing into that. Magical Cunning, hello.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
That looks like, there's an actor in Game of Thrones.
Who looks like that?
Well, obviously not exactly like that, but I can't remember what their name is.
Well, Magical Cunning level 2, the Warlock's Pact Magic and spell slot progression works the same way for the 2020. What are you doing?
I'm looking up that actor.
Okay.
Continue on.
No, I don't get to continue on. We're filming.
Oh, not the president quitting.
Yo,
Sorry, that's
we know
me.
when this
He
was
needed to
filmed.
quit. I understood.
Thank you, Joe. Oh yeah, it does kind of look like that.
Oh,
Yeah, you're right.
their nose.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We're confirmed. Confirmed liberals. They're hot as fuck, by the way.
Sorry, tangent.
The Warlock's Pack Magic and spell slot progression works the same way for the 2024 Warlock as it did for 2014. You also can still recover expended spell slots at the end of a short or long rest. Thank God. That's a key feature.
That would have killed the class.
Oh yeah. If they took that away, I would have been done. I am curious. They did not go into too much detail about spellcasting, so I wonder if it's still the same or not. Because from what I remember about the Unearthed Arcana, they kind of just turned Warlock into a half caster. At the time, I was like, that's dumb because I liked the automatically upcasted ability that they had. But after playing Strixhaven, I'm kind of like, man, I feel like everybody should just have the same amount of magic points that they can use. You still recover expended spell slots at the end of a short or long rest. Oh, well, if that's true, it has to be the smaller amount.
Yeah.
Magical Cunning gives you another way to recover your Warlock spell slots. However, now, once per long rest, you can use this feature to spend 1 minute on a ritual that restores half your maximum spell slots rounded up.
Whoa.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
That's really cool.
D&D?
If rounding up,
Whoa.
that would be insane. What if in the 2024 Player's Handbook, they were just like, everything rounds up now? You know how in 2014 everything rounds down?
Hell yeah.
Everything rounds up. Pepper would love
I'd
that.
That's how we play in Spelljammer. Right?
Yeah, it is.
Rounds up.
The Eldritch Master feature granted at level 20 still allows you to regain all of your pack magic spell slots, but flavor-wise, is now considered a more powerful version of this level 2 feature.
What does
It's
the
more
Eldritch
powerful.
Master
It's more
feature
powerful, chat.
do exactly? Because if they're just letting you do that at level 2, why is it still a level 20 ability? Or maybe it's just one of those things where it's like the level 20 ability just kind of sucks.
Yeah, you spend a minute and you get all your spell slots back.
Wow, that's terrible.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Them adding this ability at level 2 makes that so much worse.
Yeah, but it makes level 2 awesome.
Yeah.
It makes level 2
But then at level 20, you're
so
like,
good.
Oh, cool. I get one more spell slot.
I honestly did not expect them to buff the Warlock. Warlock was already pretty, I wouldn't say it's the strongest class, but it was dang good.
It was nice. It was fun.
Yeah, I mean, formidable now.
Yeah.
At level 3, your 2024 Warlock gains their subclass. While Warlocks used to get their subclass at level 1, this brings the Warlock in line with the other class options in the 2024 Player's Handbook. Yeah, the identity of the Warlock is getting in line. You're right. Yeah, the class that specifically expedites all of their magical potential and takes a shortcut through a more powerful being to be locked into a contract. Yeah. Bring them in line. Bring them in line.
Yeah.
Which will make it easier for a party of players to manage their levels and a DM to keep track of player advancement. I got it as a DM who's DM like a bajillion games. It does not matter. I don't care. I'm not like, oh, everybody's getting their subclasses at random levels. That's so hard to keep track of. I'm sorry, I'm never not going to be upset about this.
Oh, he looks like that guy in Smiling Friends with the long nose that he has the paperclip.
Yeah. The Archfey Fiend and Great Old One patrons all received substantial
paperclip
overhauls,
guy.
updates to their always prepared spell list, quality of life changes, and tweaks that bring them more in line with their flavor concepts. Thank God. The only one I can really think is Gulak. Gulak was bad. So let's see. The Archfey Patron subclass leans more into the Feywild nature of your patron. Misty Step is added to your prepared spell list, and many of the features of this subclass give you extra uses of the spell, along with healing bonuses and damage effects on enemies when you use it. Beguiling Defenses has also been updated to reduce damage you take and inflict damage with a reaction. Cool. Great. Celestial Patron, Celestial Resilience now also grants temporary hit points when you finish your magical cunning ritual or complete a short or long
I was just thinking of like this warlock doing a ritual, and they're just like being. I'm saying how many times wizards like doing the spells, the paladins praying. They're just like walking down a runway.
Fiend Patron, Dark One's Blessing now grants you temporary hit points if someone else reduces an enemy to 0 hit points within 10 feet of you.
Oh!
Instead of once per long rest, you can use Dark One's own luck a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier and use Hurl Through Hell again by expending a packed magic spell slot. Let's go.
That's
I love
awesome.
That. That's very cool. The only thing I wish was different was that Dark One's Own Luck, if it did the thing that the new fighter does, where if you fail the check, you get it back and you don't use it. So that'd be my homebrew rule.
Yeah.
The Great One.
Yeah.
The Great 1/1 patron.
Oh, the one.
Are you reading bad homebrew? What's happening right now? The Great 1/1 patron has received the biggest changes to any of the 2024 Warlock subclasses, thank God, and now is much more heavily focused on the Lovecraftian Eldritch Horror elements of it. The features of this subclass now are heavily centered on using your patron's power to curse your enemies with hex, break their minds with psychic damage, and even unleash aberrant horrors on the battlefield. We're going to tell you none of what we changed, and you'll have to buy the book and find out.
It's giving Witch and Pathfinder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited about that. I'm fine with these.
Yeah.
I'm fine with these subclasses. Contact Patron, level 9. The 2024 Player's Handbook is a brand new feature for Warlocks that ties directly into your role as the recipient of power from a patron. Starting at level 9, you can contact your patron directly once per long rest. You can basically cast Contact Other Plane as an always prepared spell, and you automatically succeed the intelligence check and saving throw to complete the spell. So go ahead and ask your patron if you can have cake for dinner. You deserve it. That's cool.
For a player.
For a player?
I feel like that's terrible for a DM.
So Contact Other Plane, all they can respond with is yes, no, or maybe.
Oh.
So I actually love this ability. I think this is great. This is basically like what we do in our game. This is basically Speak with Dead, but with your patron, and it's in the game. I love it.
Should I have cake for dinner?
Should I have cake for dinner? Levistus is like, I don't know.
Wait, ask again later.
He's like, yes.
Describe it to me, please.
Please. I want to know what icing tastes like.
Icing?
Icing? Because, Mystic Arcanum level 11. Mystic Arcanum functions and progresses the same way as it did for the 2014 Warlock with one extra benefit. Whenever you gain a Warlock level beyond 11, you may replace one of your Arcanum spells with another of the same level. This was a choice under the optional feature Eldritch Versatility in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, which is now part of the base Warlock class.
Okay, cool.
Epic boon. So the epic boon that they chose for Warlock is increase one ability score up to 1 to a maximum of
He's
30,
saying all
and
the
whenever
stuff
you
I
are
would say in
creating
this
60
moment.
feet, succeeds or fails
That's
on a
why
D20
I'm not
test,
really
you can roll
responding
2d4
a whole lot
and add or
to
subtract
this.
the
Is because I'm just
result
kind of
from a
listening.
D20
I'm like,
roll.
yeah, he's
A
kind of just
D20 test
saying
is
the stuff I
any
would
D20
say.
roll, basically.
Succeeds or fails on a D20. Another creature. Okay. There are so many better feats than that.
Once you use this feat,
Kinda
you can't use it
lame.
again until you complete a short rest, a long rest, or roll for initiative. Or roll for initiative. That's really cool. Yeah, that's a cool ability.
I mean, it's
I really
cool,
like
but
this.
it's
I'm a
like
huge-
fighters can just like if you take the fucking it just hits boon, you literally just get to hit attacks. You just get to like that ability is so much better than like, oh, this person you can subtract a D4. You want to know who else has that? Fucking peace cleric. Or no, not peace cleric. Divine soul sorcerer. Divine soul sorcerer has that. You can add a 2d4 to your own roll when you fail. I don't know. That one's kind of. I don't know. I don't like that one. That one's feels underpowered.
upgrade. The biggest complaint I have is that the subclass is at level 3. Like everybody's just going to be starting their games at level 3 now because most people want to have their subclass. That just sucks because I really like level 1 and 2 and 3. It's like my whole thing. I think they're important levels, and I think that having like getting that flavor kind of pick at level 1 is important, and having that taken away kind of sucks. But I do like a lot of the changes here. I think it's cool. I would play with this new Warlock. It's just strictly better. So yeah, good stuff. All right, it's time for Sorcerer. I don't know anything about Sorcerer. I know nothing about what they've done. Do you?
Nope.
Well, let's find out. Well, first of all, I love this art. Beautiful. This is very Sorcerer. I love this. Kind of giving Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
It is.
Spellcasting, level 1. The Sorcerer spellcasting feature grants you more spells and flexibility, and has seen some slight tweaks to nomenclature. Nomenclature. I don't know what this word means. Wow, Opera is so nice. I can just push the search button. The devising or choosing of names for things, especially in science or the discipline.
I fucking love that song so much. It is so unnaturally hot in my room right now. I'm gonna go turn my AC on. Give me a second. It's hot in my room. It's probably because I have a fucking furnace going on in here, but like, no matter. Is that because you're in there? Smile. Welcome in though, Hanar.
Okay,
A term being applied
Damon
to-
Cook out here being...
Damon, he's cooking.
Damon is cooking on his big words.
Yeah, but we learned something.
Yeah, we sure did.
Die.
First, everybody prepares spells now. I think this is a good change.
Okay.
But this change is a stylistic one for the Sorcerer. You still edit your spell list when you level up and can only change one spell on your list at a time. The most significant change to spellcasting for sorcerers in the 2024 Player's Handbook is they can prepare more spells than their 2014 counterparts could learn. In fact, once they reach level 3, sorcerers now prepare just as many spells as the Druid, Bard, Cleric, and Wizard.
Okay.
The Wizard, as Mistra's favorite,
All my homies hate me, Stro.
All my homies hate me, Stro.
Don't put that in.
if me and my friends saw Mistra, we would beat her with
Anyway,
so I'm not
you get more
understanding.
spells.
Beat her
But
with
you can still only
hammers.
change one
Jesus
at a time.
Christ.
When you level, but you're getting more.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
one of my
Okay,
major
so you
complaints
get
when I played
more
Sorcerer for,
spells,
like,
but you
what,
can only
say,
change one
15
at a
levels?
time.
So I had very little spells, and it bothered me. So you let me swap spells out
Yeah.
on a long rest, which was beautiful.
That
and
yeah,
fixed the class for me. But
and it looks like they've kind of done that here because you can prepare spells now. It's just that you can only
Change one.
you can still edit your spell list when you level up and change only one spell at a time.
it should be like a long rest.
Personally, I think if a player in my game was like, can I just swap out both of these? I don't like them. I'd be like, yes.
I feel like that's just like the nature of a sorcerer. You should be able to change your spells out more than anybody else.
Especially because you're not getting a spell book and you're not getting to add more into your thing. Lastly,
Right.
sorcerers can now change one cantrip when you level up. This is in addition to swapping one spell from your prepared spell list. So you can switch a cantrip and you can switch another spell. That's pretty good. Innate sorcery level 1. Magic is in your blood and some of your enemies... What?
Sorry, I read it wrong. Magic is in your blood and some of your enemies.
Some of your enemies are in your blood?
Yeah, they're microscopic.
Get them out! It's Frenchy.
Get them out of your
He's trying
get them
to
out of
get
your
my
skin.
ass. Magic is in your blood, and some of your enemies may have to learn the hard way.
Whoa.
Whoa, they're gonna get in my blood.
Is a threat.
With innate sorcery, you can use your bonus action to surge in magical power for 1 minute. During that time, your spell save DC for sorcery spells increases by 1, and you have advantage on attack rolls for sorcerer spells. You can use this feature twice per long rest. That's so cool!
It's very cool.
That is
cool. That's a
awesome.
level 1 ability?
Yeah.
Watsy, I know you know how to do good game design. I know you know how to do it. You constantly keep proving to me you know how to do it. You can make cool abilities for classes that need it. Why did you do this to the ranger? Why did you do it? Seriously, Jeremy
He's
Crawford
losing his
hates
mind
Rangers.
over
I think It
this.
was like an algorithm thing. They were like, 5e only succeeded so well because Ranger was so terrible. So we have to do it again to recreate the success. Metamagic, level 2. Metamagic, the Sorcerer's trademark feature has seen some upgrades. You now get this feature at level 2 instead of level 3. Because you're not getting your subclass. And you learn 2 additional metamagic options at level 10 and 17 instead of 1. You can also change 1 metamagic option when you level up. Additionally, the 2 optional metamagic options introduced in Gachas have now been incorporated into the core class. 6 of the 10 metamagic options were tweaked. If you don't see a metamagic option here on the list below, it remains unchanged. Alright, good. Careful spell now protects your allies from taking half damage on a successful save. Next time your barbarian is surrounded, throw a fireball at their feet without fear of harming your friend.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Sculpt spell?
Yeah, but isn't that not what it was before? Oh, they would just take half damage.
Yeah.
So they now take no damage. Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah, when we were playing it, you would let me use an additional sorcery point to have it do no damage.
See, I just,
But now you can just do it.
Now you can just
You
do
were
it.
wrong to make me use that point.
Extended spell. You now also have advantage on saving throws made to maintain concentration on spells affected by this metamagic. Love that. Heightened spell costs 2 sorcery points instead of 3. Now also affects all subsequent saves a target makes against the heightened spell. Hello, my old friends. Hold person and slow. Subsequent saves. I see, because it's heightened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
As they continue to make the save.
I understand. That makes sense. Seeking spell costs 1 sorcery point instead of 2. You can still use this metamagic option even if you were using another one on the same spell. That's cool. Subtle spell now allows you to ignore material components as well, as long as the material components do not have cost specification.
We did it.
Are not consumed by the spell. That's very cool. Twin spell. This metamagic option has been reconfigured. Now twin spell applies to spells that can be upcast to target an additional creature, such as banishment, increasing the spell's effective level by 1. It also only costs 1 sorcery point. So for example, if you're level 7, you can't yet cast banishment at the 5th level slot necessary to target another creature, but you can cast it at 4th level and spend 1 sorcery point to twin it.
So with original twin spell, it could only be spells that didn't affect more than 1 creature. Now it's saying if it's a spell that you can upcast to target an additional creature, that's fine. So banishment, you can upcast it, and instead of doing 1 person, it can do 2. So you still can't fireball twin because that's not an upcast.
Got it.
But
Oh,
banishment
okay.
You could upcast, or like charm person, you could upcast. If you're level 7 and you can't upcast banishment using a 5th level slot, you can twin it using a 4th level and spend a sorcery point. So basically, you're upcasting for a sorcery point.
Oh, that's really cool, actually. That's like a Dragonborn. Man, I love that.
It's got an eyeball. It is.
He does. That's so neat. The sorcerers now get their subclass at level 3 instead of level 1, just like Aberrant Mind and Clockwork Sorcery were largely unchanged from Tasha's Cauldron. We have Aberrant Mind and Clockwork Sorcery, but I guess there were only 2 in the player's handbook, but where are me wizard subclasses? SpongeBob me boy! Where the fuck are me subclasses?
Oh, you know what? They didn't put Divine Soul in here. Divine Soul Sorcerer rework would go kind of hard.
Elaborate Mind and Clockwork Sorcery.
Then
were
again, it
largely
was already
unchanged from
really
Toxic Puppet and
good.
everything. Wild Magic was only slightly altered, and Draconic Sorcery was given a new breath of life. Get it? Because dragons breathe? Oh, never mind. Aberrant Mind. Aberrant Mind saw some minor changes. Psionic spells can no longer be replaced with divination or enchantment spells from the sorcerer, warlock, or wizard spell list. Telepathic speech is now more resilient. It does not drop if you are incapacitated or dead. Psionic sorcery no longer affects material components that have a specified
Everyone's
cost.
leaving.
What did telepathic speech do?
You can form a telepathic connection between your mind and the mind of another. As a bonus action, choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. You and the chosen creature can speak telepathically with each other while the two of you are within a number of miles equal to your charisma modifier. To understand each other, you must speak mentally in a language the other knows. The telepathic connection lasts for a number of minutes equal to your sorcerer level. It ends early if you are incapacitated or die, or if you use it to form another connection with a different creature. So the new one, it does not drop if you become incapacitated or dead.
So can I talk to my buddy if I'm dead? Is that what that's saying?
Hey bro, you alright?
No, I died actually. Can you come get me?
Clockwork Sorcery. Clockwork Sorcery underwent only 2 changes from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Okay.
Clockwork spells can no longer be replaced with abjuration or transmutation spells from Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard spell list. I believe this is like just they're fixing things because the spell list is different now. Restore Balance is now tied to your Charisma modifier instead of your proficiency bonus. Draconic Sorcery. The Iconic Sorcerer subclass has significantly improved, granting you new spells and stronger, more dragon-like features. You gain 10 additional spells as you
Jesus
level up.
Christ, this is a massive area.
Level 3 is 10 spells, including Command, Fear, Charm Monster, and Legend Lord. Legend Lord is a cool spell. Draconic Resilience's new AC calculation includes your Charisma modifier. Okay. And the new capstone feature, Dragon Companion, allows you to cast Summon Dragon, soon to be formerly known as Summon Draconic Spirit, once per day without using a spell slot, material component, or concentration. Do you know what's really funny about this Draconic Sorcery right here? Is that it proves everything that I'm saying. Taking abilities and then replacing them with spells is fine if you do it in a flavored way under like a subclass, because you're giving more to the class. You haven't changed the class fundamentally. Instead, we're gonna make them stronger, more dragon-like features by giving them spells that make sense. We're not taking away meta magic and saying, oh, you can just cast new spells now. Also, we're not gonna make every sorcerer summon a dragon. This Draconic Sorcerer can summon a dragon. That makes sense. Literally, the problem I have with Ranger and Paladin is summed up in this one subclass. If they would have just done that, I would have no problems. Once you know how to do this, I would like to apologize for my outburst.
It's okay.
Yeah, summon dragon, just cast Summon Dragon. That's so cool. Wild Magic Sorcery. Wild Magic surges now trigger on a 20 instead of a 1. Oh.
I don't like that.
Why not? It's the same chance. It's just the D20 roll is now associated with being a good thing rather than being a bad thing.
Yeah, but a lot of the wild magic like surges are bad things. Oh, I crit but now I'm a potted plant. Has been reorganized, but its effects are all familiar.
The Wild Magic Surge table itself has undergone quite the makeover, organizing similar effects into their own mini rollable tables. Don't worry, you can still be transformed into a potted plant.
See what I mean? It kind of just takes away from the success of a 20.
If you roll a 1 and then it's a good thing, you're surprised. But if you roll a 20 and it's a bad thing, you're just disappointed.
Yeah.
Casting a spell after using Tides of Chaos now automatically triggers a Wild Magic Surge. Bend Luck. Oh, that's cool. That's how it should be. Good, you can automatically trigger it. I love that. Bend Luck costs 1 sorcery point instead of 2. The subclass's new capstone feature, Tamed Surges, allows you to trigger Wild Magic Surge effect of your choice once per day. You can pick one to choose.
Okay.
That's really good. That's really good. So you can strategically turn it into a potted plant.
It's like that crown in Elden Ring.
Yeah. The Mimic Veil, and you just transform into a potted plant. Yeah. The invader comes in and they're just like, where are you? And you're just like,
He sees me.
Sorceress Restoration, level 5. Once per day, you can regain expended sorcery points equal to half your sorcerer level rounded down on a short rest. Now, when the party warlock asks for a short rest, you'll get a little something out of it too. That's pretty funny. Consider when to use this feature and how to strategically manage your sorcery points. For example, let's say you're level 10 and you have 8 sorcery points remaining. If your party is taking a short rest before confronting a boss, you can regain up to 5 using Sorceress Restoration. Before taking that short rest and using this feature, consider using Font of Magic to convert 3 points into a level 2 spell slot. This way, you'll still be able to face the boss with all 10 of your sorcery points, but you'll have another extra level 2 slot. That's very cool. I like that they're making it easier for like every class to restore their spell slots. It's very cool. People want to cast magic. I'm glad that they have understood that now. Sorcery Incarnate, level 7. Innate sorcery wasn't even your final form. With Sorcery Incarnate, you can regain a use of innate sorcery by spending 2 sorcery points. Innate sorcery now allows you to use up to 2 meta magic options on each spell. Fighting 2 powerful foes, cast a twin heightened hold monster to set your paladins and rogues up for critical hits. Sticking to long range, reach for a quickened and distant blindness and deafness on an enemy 60 feet away, then follow it up with a firebolt. Yeah, I like this ability, the innate sorcery ability, just being like, haha, I have advantage on my attack rolls now, and the wizard is just like, God damn it! I love this so much. Epic Boon. The epic boon they chose is Boon of Dimensional Travel. Increase one ability score up by 1, and immediately after you take the attack or magic action, you can teleport up to 30 feet. That's the ranger one. It's the ranger one that they picked. So it's pretty good though.
It's the same as the ranger. It's not a unique ability.
No, because you pick the boons. There's a bunch of boons and you pick from them. And
Okay, that's actually kind of sick.
Oh,
I'm
so
not
you
gonna
don't have
lie.
to
That's
choose
really sick to
You
me.
can pick it. This is the one that they chose. They were like, oh, you can take
they're
this
like,
one.
Oh, this one would work
Yeah.
best. Okay.
Arcane Apotheosis. Whoa, that's a cool name. Your innate sorcery feature is taken to new heights. Well, this is the only height.
Yeah.
So
The last height.
this is,
The peak.
as someone say.
Yeah.
We literally cannot go higher. When innate sorcery is active, you can use 1 meta magic option per turn without expending sorcery points. If you're using multiple meta magics on a turn, be sure to make the most expensive one free. This feature also grants you more strategic flexibility. For example, if you are headed into an important battle low on spell slots, you might normally hesitate to spend sorcery points to create new slots because you also want to use meta magic during the upcoming fight. But if you know that Arcane Apotheosis will allow you to use some meta magic for free, you have more freedom to, okay, you don't have to sell it. I get it. I know how it works. Yeah, that's pretty good. It does seem like they're making overall level 20 like powerful, but still like,
Yeah.
you can still like, you're not like God, which I think is good. I really like the new Sorcerer update. Sorcerer's really good. Yeah. I'm excited to read the spells and kind of see what we got going on there. Wizard's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. It's not terrible. It's just not everything I really wanted. Yeah, of course they're gonna give us a Tasha's too and give us all the other
love Tasha.
subclasses, but this is better than that Ranger video. You know, I'm leaving off not in a negative place.
Like, it's like, okay, because here's the thing. Like, I get it. Watsy, Wizards of the Coast. Like, they gotta make money. Tasha's 2 is gonna have Tasha's Cauldron of Everything Part 2 is gonna have fucking crazy everything else that was not in the PHB 2.0. It's gonna be, it's like literally just the exact same thing. It's just how it goes. They're gonna have to like it's whatever. It's just kind of how it goes. You know? Do I go cat method or do I go water method, chat? It's just, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. Ow. How many levels do we make this? Like 6? 7? We're gonna have to use quite a bit more stone, but I kind of want to make this obnoxiously powerful. I want a fucking monopoly over rockets now. I think that, but no, I'm excited. I really like the
this was a net positive.
changes here.
Wizard was real mid, but Warlock and Sorcerer seem really cool. So really excited about that. Thanks for being here, bud. Hey, would you like play D&D with me?
Yeah, I play with you every weekend.
Oh my god. You would?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, we got time for one more, I think. Let's see how bad Ranger actually is.
This isn't new per se. Really? The 2014 Ranger could also perceive invisible creatures within 30 feet, but the 2014 Player's Handbook language wasn't quite as streamlined or easy to understand. Yeah, because everything's going to feel really streamlined and easy at level 18. Go golly OG. I wonder what that Wizard of the Coast is up to now. I am a little sick. I'm
Foreshadowing.
sorry. If I sound terrible today, this is the reason why. Fortunately, I cannot control the state at which this video and message arrives to you. Today, we're going to look at those new classes that are going to come out in the new books later this year that are in these articles on D&D Beyond. Okay, yeah, about that. Hi, 2 a.m. Jacob here to explain why this video is different now. So when I initially recorded this video, I looked at Wizard and Ranger and Warlock, and then the VOD ended up being 2 hours long because I ranted forever about Ranger and also about Wizard. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, this video is no longer about Wizard or Warlock anymore. I'm gonna come back to those on a different video because I had more thoughts I wanted to properly explain out anyways, and I didn't want this video to be like an hour long. So instead it's this long, and it's just me talking about Ranger. So hopefully next week I'll be able to get to some of those other classes. Also, I apologize. For some reason, my camera was stuttering throughout this entire video, so if there's bits where it looks like I'm lagging, it's not your fault or YouTube's, it's mine. That happened. So anyways, hope you enjoy the video. But these are just going to be my initial thoughts upon reading them. I did read all of the Unearthed Arcana, and I thought it was pretty okay. You know, I've been hearing some whispers across the internet, legend and myth, that maybe one of the classes that we're going to look at today is kind of bad, but I don't know, okay? I'm going to go in without any expectations. I'm going to have an open mind, and I'm going to do my best to be hopeful about all of this, because I'm easy to please. Someone just got dropped off at my door. I'm not okay. I just got terrified. A package literally just showed up at my door right now. This is not a bit. Ranger, I've heard some great things about this. This art is very cool. I love this big kitty. Look at him. Is this a saber?
Okay, kitty.
Cheetah? What is this? It's like a
Yukonese
like a lion
cheeseburger.
and a cheetah and a tiger mixed together. That's pretty cool. Spellcasting level 1. The 2024 Ranger can prepare more spells than the 2014 Ranger could learn. For example, the 2014 Ranger learned their 6th spell at level 9, and the 2024 Ranger can prepare their 6th spell at level 5. Okay, so they get a little more spells. Cool. Spellcasting looks a little different in the 2024 Player's Handbook. All spellcasting classes prepare their spells now. Great. Love that. I actually really like that all the classes prepare their spells now. That's a good change. Although some classes can still change their spells when they level up, just like you're used to. So that's interesting. So some classes have both? That's cool. I mean, I'm always down for more versatility. I think that's great. Spellcasting classes are no longer distinguished by who prepares spells and who learns them, but rather how often a class can change their prepared spells and how many they can change at a time. For example, now the 2024 Ranger prepares its spells when they complete a long rest, just like the Druid, but can only swap out 1 spell per day. Oh, okay. All of that just to say, don't worry, everybody. You can now prepare your spells whenever you want. Some classes can do whatever they want, and some classes can do 1 on a long rest. I think it's great. I think the versatility is good. I think that is a good change. You can
we
also
do one more level, I think is good.
An optional class feature from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything that has been made a part of the new Ranger's spellcasting feature. So Druidic Focus, which is in Tasha's, I should just have Tasha's open, because this is basically the Player's Handbook, but we put Tasha's into all of it. You can use a Druidic Focus as a spellcasting focus on your Ranger spells. Oh, okay. All right. Is that really what that is? Cool. The 2024 Ranger and Hunter's Mark. The 2024 Player's Handbook strengthens the Ranger class's relationship with its trademark spell, Hunter's Mark. Several of the 2024 Ranger's base class features, Relentless Hunter, Precise Hunter, and Foe Slayer, all power up your Ranger while Hunter's Mark is active. Also, the spell now deals force damage on a hit. Awesome. So we are We are accepting that Hunter's Mark is a necessary part of this class, and we're building around it. Favorite enemy, level 1. Favorite enemy has seen some significant changes. This feature no longer focuses on tracking and recalling information about certain creature types or learning their language. Though you can learn 2 new languages with the Deft Explorer feature below. Okay, we'll read the whole thing. We'll read the whole ability. Instead, you can now cast Hunter's Mark twice per long rest without expending a spell slot, and you always have it prepared. This will make it much easier to keep up with the barbarians, fighters, and paladins in damage output without having to spend your precious spell slots to do it. So with the new spellcasting feature, you can already prepare more spells than before. With the new favorite enemy, you also prepare the Ranger trademark spells for free. You'll get more free castings of Hunter's Mark as you level up. The first thing I want to say is that this is written like they're about to break some bad news to us. It sounds like they're like, okay, before I say anything, so you don't get to do this anymore, but you can cast Hunter's Mark twice now, which is more than you could do before, and you're going to keep up with damage, and you're going to get more spells than before. So you know that you guys should know that this is better. It sounds like they're babying us. The audience not dumb. I don't hate this yet. I liked this cool ability about recalling information and tracking creatures. I know I kind of poopied all over it when I made a video about this, but it doesn't mean I hate the ability. You can keep the ability. I just don't, I'm gonna be the one person. I don't know. I haven't been watching anybody else's opinion on this. I've seen opinions in the ether of the internet, and I barely go on Twitter anymore, so I just barely see anything. So I don't know if I'm the only person really saying this. I just don't like when they're taking away things that were important to the class of that character to begin with. I liked the tracking stuff for Ranger. I thought that was really cool. All right, I'll hear you out, because you're gonna keep up damage with barbarians, fighters, and paladins because we're gonna have more Hunter's Marks. Keep up, like, they just need a long rest. I guess they will keep up with paladins since you only do 1 smite a turn. You're gonna get more spells. Having more spells is cool. Weapon mastery, level 1. They get the weapon mastery. I think that's very great. Talked about it a lot before. The ones they have here are Battle Axe Topple. Oh, thank God they brought back the fun flavor text. Yes, Battle Axe Topple. I'm a simple guy. The only thing I like better than rolling to attack an enemy is doing it with advantage. With Topple, you can force enemies to make a Constitution saving throw or be knocked prone. This can also help protect your allies if you topple an enemy who is intending to chase after them. I just want to say, we play tested these a little bit, and while I did not use the Constitution saving throw because I forgot about it, the fact that you can always try to topple an enemy, it's very good. These weapon actions, I think, are going to change the game. A longbow, slow. Use slow to buy your party time before the second wave of enemies arrives. Aim for the leg, wing with your longbow, and reduce the target speed by 10 feet. This is written by a merchant. This is a merchant trying to sell a longbow. It's slow. A creature can only suffer from 1 speed reduction via the slow ability at a time. I like that. Slow's cool. I like that you can shoot somebody in the knee. Scimitar, nick. Not in terms of the verb nick. It's actually a noun. Nick shows up and does another attack. Nick allows you to use the light properties extra attack as a part of your attack action instead of your bonus action. Yeah, it's like he's like the mysterious stranger in Fallout. He shows up, whacks somebody, and then disappears. And that's Nick, dude. He just shows up and does that. Natural Explorer, level 1. Natural Explorer is not a feature of the 2024 Ranger. Instead, if you'd like to be an expert navigator through the woods, the Ranger now gains access to spells that will help with travel, such as Alarm, Goodberry, and Speak with Animals. At level 1, you can select Expertise and Survival with Deft Explorer at level 2. Guys, I'm all down for fixing Ranger. We all know Ranger bad. Ranger been bad for a while. Tasha's made it really good, because Tasha's introduced a lot of really cool subclasses that add a lot of really cool things. Why are we taking away the navigator aspect? Yes, it's not very useful, but that doesn't mean you need to take it away. What are you talking about? The Ranger can already do these things. That you didn't add anything. You just went, here's more of the same thing, and we're going to take something away. Deft Explorer level 2. Deft Explorer and its options from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything have been broken out into their own features for the 2024 Ranger. Now a level 2 feature, the Ranger's Deft Explorer grants you experience in 1 skill plus proficiency in 2 languages. Over here, the softest twig snap during watch with expertise and perception, or help the tricksters of the group on their next scheme by picking up deception. Don't flavor text having skills. Having skills is something every class can do. It was cool when you gave it to Fighter, because it's something that Fighter doesn't really get. Because Fighter had a lot of cool abilities you gave them. You made abilities better. You kept what the Fighter had and made them have new options for them. Don't come in and be like, no, we took away the core identity of the class, which, to be fair, not very useful, not a very good ability. The default Ranger ability, if you're playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist and you play a Ranger, you're not gonna have a good time. But at least it touches the culture of everything. They made it so that it would make sense. I'm so bad. This is also vertical progression, a la H-Bomber guy in the greatest video on the internet. This is not giving us cool new abilities. This is making the numbers go up. Ooh, do you like it when the numbers go up? Fighting style, level 2. Oh, we got fighting styles. Great. Function largely is the same as before. They didn't take away the fighting styles. Thank God. They're now a type of feat. Yeah. This was in Fighter. They're basically a type of feat. If you have fighting style, then you can pick a fighting style one, which is great because we got Druidic Warrior from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. You can choose other things like the Starry Wisp spell, which we don't know what that does. Man, those spells better. I'm gonna stop being mad. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. Okay. You're no longer limited to archery, defense, dueling, and two-weapon fighting. So now your ranger can grab a shield and focus on protecting their allies in the front lines if they want. Good. The versatility. You can make your ranger whatever you want. I just wanna reiterate, I like this. This ability, good, but it's in Fighter, and I already talked about how much I like it. Okay, I'm gonna go through these very quickly. With Beastmaster, they basically made it the same from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, except it can dodge now and can benefit from Hunter's Mark. Yeah. Fey Wanderer is pretty much unchanged. They just made it so you can cast some spells. With Gloomstalker, it looks like there's some pretty big tweaks. Instead of getting an extra attack, you just do extra damage. You can do additional effects and get eventually an extra attack when you frighten targets. And then Hunter has had an interesting change where instead of having 3 options to choose from, you get 2, but there are more of them and you can change them on short or long rest, which I really like. I love that you can do that. That makes them really adaptable, like they said. And apparently you get Hunter's Lore, which you know immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities of creatures marked by your Hunter's Mark spell. That is an awesome ability. That is very cool. That I kind of wish was what all Rangers get at level 1. That would make them such a unique class that has a really good ability. Primeval Awareness, level 3. Primeval Awareness is not a feature of the 2024 Ranger. Primeval Awareness was at 3rd level, you can use your action and spend 1 Ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you, and you can know how many of the types of creatures are around you.
I have concluded that there are 15,004,322 spiders in the 5-mile radius.
I made fun of this ability. It's very silly.
Yeah.
I've only had some people use it every so often.
Yeah.
It's very niche and does not work for some types of DMing styles or campaigns. Let's see what they've changed it to. You can still gain greater awareness of the world around you by picking up expertise and perception at level 2 with Deft Explorer. You can also... Wait, no, they didn't replace it. They justify removing it. You also have more spells now, and can swap them more often, so you can access magic like beast sense or locate animals and plants more easily. Okay. This is not
With
even...
a
this
beacon
completely
is
different
wood
from
and
Paladin.
Smite.
They were like, we're gonna just make Smite worse, and everybody has a horse now. It takes away a lot of the flavor. This is like... that, but times 2. They're taking away flavor, albeit from abilities that did not work very well, but they're just removing it and going, you can just do the same thing by having good perception and beast sense. Guys, that's not the point! On the outside, this definitely looks like they're giving a lot more options to the Ranger, because they're letting you cast more spells so you can have more abilities, like Warlock invocations. But Rangers can already spellcast. Rangers can already do this. And with a little bit of homebrew, you can do this in 2014 Player's Handbook. So you haven't exemplified the identity of the Ranger. You also haven't created more variety for the Ranger here either, except for the weapon skills and the fighting styles. You've just taken away a bit of their identity and gone, figure it out. I guess the spell list is going to determine it as Ranger because they've got Alarm and Goodberry and Speak with Animals, but now this class is like a really high skill ceiling. New players are going to be intimidated to look at this class because it's going to look like they don't get a whole lot, and instead they're focused around spell casting, instead of having abilities that are baked into the class that give you cool stuff. Like, When a player
Right.
reads Primeval Awareness, they get ideas on how they want to use it. How could I use this ability? Yes, it's silly, but the flavor of it is really interesting. That makes you think about the character. And yes, I know, the counterpoint to this is then, Jacob, why are you upset about paladins being able to cast horse all the time? If I were to compare to ranger right now, this would be like every ranger had summon Fae, or every ranger had dispel magic. Having a horse as a paladin is like a very flavored thing. You have a whole summon that you have to manage. It feels like you're playing Beastmaster. Going towards my point, this is adding something to the class that new players are going to think about and be like, well, how does my paladin have a horse? I think that's great. The part of that I don't like is that it's kind of a complicated spell and ability and pigeonholes the paladin into being a horse rider. And the reason I don't feel that way about Primeval Awareness, all it does is it pigeonholes ranger characters into being a character who has good awareness of the region around them, and they can locate or hunt certain types of creatures. That is in the name of the class. That is a ranger. That is what they do. Anyways, just to cap this off, I think that they've added a really high skill ceiling to ranger. I think by taking away some of its abilities, they've just neutered the class a little bit. It's focused around Hunter's Mark. It's focused around having spells. It kind of just feels like a spell sword class now. So the most of what they've done here so far is they've taken the identity of Ranger and they've stripped it to instead have Hunter's Mark and you have Weapon Mastery and you have spells. And these spells are based around hunting and being good at nature, I suppose, having good berry and speak with animals. So you're just a fighter druid. You have expertise in survival, I guess. I think that's boring. I think these old ranger abilities are not good, but I much prefer that than to this. I've also just noticed something about this. When they have now taken this Deft Explorer feature from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, they've just split it up and broken it up into a bunch of different pieces and taken parts out of it. This does not seem very backwards compatible. It does not feel like you can just plug in something from an old book into this. Anyways, formerly a part of the Deft Explorer feature in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, roving has been split off into its own class feature with a slight buff, and now grants an additional 10 feet of movement instead of 5. But it does require you not to wear heavy armor. It still grants the climb speed and swim speed as before. Having more movement speed. Cool. Land Stride, level 8. This is not a feature in the 2024 Ranger. Instead, Ranger gets expertise at level 9. Moving through non-magical difficult terrain costs you no extra movement. Why? Cool. You get expertise. Tireless, level 10. With Tireless, you can use an action to grant yourself temporary hit points. I love using this feature as soon as... What is happening? I love using this feature as soon as...
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That sounds kind of shit. That's kind of shit. I'm gonna be real. I'm checking the blue map really quick. Okay, here I am. Damn. Oh yeah, that's Yvonne's place. Okay. So I need to head east.
As literally anything seems
This
off.
way.
Because you get several uses per day, and the temporary hit points don't fade until you complete a long rest, as soon as I hear a weird noise, I'm drawing my scimitar and using Tireless. Alright. This feature is nearly identical to its appearance in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It's the same ability. Why are we acting like it's some cool new thing?
It's nearly identical to Tasha's Cauldron of Everything!
Except now, the number of uses is tied to your wisdom modifier, not your proficiency bonus. Oh, great! I like this tweak. The power represents your connection to primal forces, as does your spellcasting ability modifier. All right. Yeah! Tireless works off your wisdom modifier now! Whoa! Oh, now everything's connected to the primal forces instead of just my proficiency bonus. Just as in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Tireless also allows you to reduce your exhaustion by 1 level when you take a short rest. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Except it uses your wisdom modifier. Why is this hyped up in here? What are they what are they trying to do? Hey, look at this big new ranger. Don't worry, guys. It's the exact same thing. Guys, it's basically the same thing. We just took away those weird dumb abilities you guys didn't like the hunting and stuff. Oh, really? Then what'd you give us in response? We just more spells. Like, you could just do that with spells, right? It's giving. Is this an April Fool's joke? You guys have phones, right? The Diablo mobile game. you guys have spells, right?
Yeah.
You guys can just cast spells.
Yep.
It's the
That's
same thing.
exactly
Hidden
what
plain
it feels
sight.
like.
This is not a feature.
You have spell.
And
You
they
have
took away hidden
phones,
plain
right?
sight. Or Relentless Hunter. Taking damage can no longer break your concentration on Hunter's Mark. If you want to focus on dealing damage, nothing so pedestrian as a fireball can stop you. You can now lose concentration on Hunter's Mark if you become incapacitated or die. This should not be level 13. This should be like level 6. Nature's Veil, level 14. You can turn invisible as a bonus action. All right, Nature's Veil. You draw on the powers of nature to hide yourself from view briefly. As a bonus action, you can magically become invisible along with any equipment you are wearing or carrying until the start of your next turn. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, and you regain all expended uses of when you finish a long rest. Oh, sorry, I was reading the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. Oh, sorry guys, I don't actually know if we get that. All right, Nature's Veil, level 14. Oh, it's at level 14 now. You can turn invisible as a bonus action. The invisibility lasts until the end of your next turn, granting you advantage on attack rolls you make during that time. It's the same thing. It's at level 14. Oh, thank God it uses your wisdom modifier. Oh, this is why I'm paying hundreds of dollars for a new book. Just as with Tireless, I personally like this tweak. Turning invisible is presumably an act of magic. You know what? I'm going to tweak, dude. The fact that we think this is some brand new awesome feature that we have at level 14. Vanish. It's not a thing anymore. We took it away. Precise Hunter, level 17. If a creature is marked by Hunter's Mark, you have advantage on attack rolls against them at level 17. By this level, you have 6 free castings of the Hunter's Mark spell, so if you want to focus on dealing damage, Precise Hunter will help you slay your enemies. This is really interesting because there's a lot of abilities in the game, like the very many weapon actions and spells that they're giving us to allow the ranger to get advantage, but then now none of that is going to matter anymore because at level 17, you can just get advantage all the time. We're already taking everything from Tasha's anyways.
I like this, like a generator.
Where you can just have a favorite foe. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can call on your mystical bond, making you feel like a ranger and a hunter and a fighter and somebody who goes out and like hunts things and is good at moving through nature and leading a party. Feral Senses, level 18. You now have blind sight out to 30 feet. Enemy mages slinging spells from behind cover invisibility aren't safe from you any longer. This isn't new per se. Really? The 2014 Ranger could also perceive invisible creatures within 30 feet, but the 2014 Player's Handbook language wasn't quite as streamlined or easy to understand. Yeah, because everything's going to feel really streamlined and easy at level 18. Epic Boon. Boon of Dimensional Travel. Increase 1 ability score, and you can teleport. That's Horizon Walker. That's the Horizon... They took away Horizon Walker from us, and they made it a level 19 boon. This is so funny. Oh boy, level 20 ability, guys. Get ready. Hunter's Mark now deals 1d10 force damage. Oh! Between favorite enemy, giving you free castings of this spell, Relentless Hunter. Stop being like, guys, you're gonna get a bunch of free castings. It's really good, okay? You're not seeing why it's really good. Relentless Hunter, protecting your concentration from being broken. And Precise Hunter, giving you advantage on marked targets. Level 20 Ranger is now Master of Combatant. You can only Hunter's Mark 1 creature. This is just bad sneak attack. That's what everybody's been calling it.
Yep.
Since the dawn of time.
Yep.
This
It's
is
just
lame.
bad sneak attack,
this
yeah.
Unfortunately, just is doo-doo. And I feel like they've just stripped a lot of the identity of the Ranger. They transformed it into something else, half of which is just Tasha's Cauldron. Everything abilities that they've put on higher levels and depowered slightly because now it's on your Wisdom modifier instead of your Proficiency modifier. But Ranger gets things like Goodberry and Speak with Animals. Okay, cool. Everybody can cast spells now. We're all just wizards. Like, I really wanted to see something like Rogue, where they have added new abilities. They've taken things that already...
That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate that is how that ended up being. Let's take a look here. Oh my gosh. Who is live right now? You know what? We're gonna go raid Willow. I'm deciding that right now is probably. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think yeah. We're raiding Willow. Go have fun with Willow. I have things to go do. People to go be with. I will see you all on the flip side. Adios. Kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah.